Greetings and salutations. Where's everybody at? Oh, I have my ashtray. Greetings and salutations. Hey Trina Goddess. Hey Gypsy Moon. I'm tired, y'all. I've been working my asses off today. Working my ass off. I got a lot of work going on, and I'm like, I gotta sit here while it's fucking working, so I might as well get a fucking live in while I'm fucking sitting here and the camera's all crooked. Oh my god. Y'all, this shit ain't no joke. This fucking shit is draining as fuck. It is called work for a goddamn reason, I'm telling y'all. Telling you. I got so much shit going on right now. Where's everybody at? Where's everybody at? Who got the questions? My time. Still have not quit smoking yet, but I'm working on it. I will quit. I will. I've quit like 4 other fucking times. I'll quit again. I was doing good, y'all. I wasn't smoking for like over a year. It was almost 2 years. And then my mother-in-law died, and we had to move, and like all this craziness went on. And it was so fucking stressful. So fucking stressful. I couldn't take it. I had to start smoking. But I'll quit again as soon as everything starts calming down. Thursday night, the day after New Year's. What'd y'all do for New Year's? Yeah, I did a good post on my Facebook page yesterday. If y'all missed it, it was a PSA because I don't know who needs to fucking hear it. But y'all's ancestors were not motherfucking vegan. I don't care who you are, what your fucking preference is. It's not about you. It's not about you. Brandy did that work for New Year's. Awesome. I hope y'all burned your bayberry candles and had your lucky meals to start the year off and all that good shit. Right. I even had some douchebag putting comment. He's like, I'm not buying meat products from torture industry. I'll give them bread and water. And I'm like, really? You're gonna give them bread and water? You think you ain't gonna get a shoe upside your head? Y'all, I had something happen to me last night. It was the first time. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Gypsy fell asleep. You know what we drop in Mississippi instead of a ball? We drop a motherfucking catfish, yo. Fucking, they drop a catfish. I ain't even kidding. I had some shit happen last night that's never happened to me with a client. It's happened to me with my own spirits like once. Like this shit is like, and it's crazy when it fucking happens. I had somebody's fucking ancestors pop up in my vision last night when I was talking to a client. And I ain't even kidding, yo, this lady was pissed. Like, no shit, she was old as fuck, and she had a cane in one hand and a fucking shoe in the other hand, and she was shaking that shoe. And she was screaming in Spanish. Y'all know I don't speak Spanish that good. She was mad, yo, she was mad as fuck. And that was the first time that ever happened to me with talking to a client. Like, nobody's ancestors been that mad that they pop up in my fucking sight. I was like, damn, this lady was pissed. She was shaking that fucking shoe, man. I sat there going, God damn. Oh, I got so much work going on tonight, y'all. So much work. And it's going to be a while, so I'm like, let me do a fucking live while this shit, till this shit's done. Did y'all have a good New Year's? I hope so. Mine was good. It was boring. But that's good. Boring's good. Who got the questions? This is my time. I've been posting a lot of good shit on my Facebook page about, you know, how song and dance and instruments and drums and shit played such an integral part in spirituality, like from the very beginning. Hey, DYR, or is it Dyer? Dyer? Did I get it? Is it Dyer? Oh my lord. Yeah, I mean, I've been posting a lot of good shit on the Facebook page here. And YouTube, Diana, are you the Diana that I know? Is that you? um, YouTube is not being a piece of shit anymore, apparently. Like, they're letting me go live on my fucking mobile device, which they wouldn't let me do the last time. But I don't know. I didn't even complain or, like, rate them or nothing. I was just like, fuck YouTube, I'll go to Facebook. They must have heard me. Okay, that's what I thought. I'm so tired, man. This work, y'all. This work. I work my ass off for y'all, so you know that. I work my ass off for y'all. That shit ain't no fucking joke. So tired. I had a client tonight figure that shit out too. Cause I got that, they gotta do shit while I'm doing shit. Like they gotta clean, do baths, you know, all this shit. And he was like, getting tired as fuck. I was like, yo, spiritual stamina. You gotta build that shit up, cause this shit will drain the fuck out of you. And my spirits are just going woo crazy. I got all my windows open. I got all my doors open. This is the second day of January. I got all my shit open because it's motherfucking 78 degrees in my house because I'm working. Hot as fuck, tired as fuck, telling y'all. Does anybody have any questions? You know, I got a lot more views on the Facebook page, I'm just saying. I have a lot more people in there watching live and interacting and doing all that shit. Maybe I should go to the Facebook page from now on. What do we think? I only got 6 motherfuckers in here. And none of y'all talking. And this is my time. Because when this shit's done, I'm out of here. So get your shit in now. Use my time while I'm giving it to you. Any questions? Where's my goddaughter at? Nobody has any questions. I'm just going to be like, fuck it. I'll end this. I'll go to my fucking Facebook page and fucking go live from there because I get a lot more people, a lot more viewers, and a lot more interaction and people asking questions and using my time wisely. Anybody have any questions? All right, well, let me talk real quick about this weekend's light setting. Will be for prosperity. Start the new year off good. Get in on this community service. Trina has a question. Well, shoot, honey. They put oranges on my ancestor altar. Can I remove them and use the peels after? Yeah, but after they're like dried up. Now you gonna leave? You give oranges to your ancestors. If they're fucking active, that's just gonna last forever. Like I'm talking, they're gonna be sitting there for at least 3 months and not fucking rotten or anything. But yeah, after after they're done with them and they're all fucking dried out inside, you can use the peels for shit. Absolutely. And yo, don't toss your food offerings in the garbage ever. Give them to nature. I don't care what it is. If you're not gonna reuse, like you're gonna use the peels or whatever, if there's shit that you ain't gonna use or you know got moldy, whatever, give it back to nature. Toss it outside. Don't just throw it in the trash. Feed the spirits out there too. Don't protect your house and your fucking property and shit. Don't be wasteful. Don't be wasteful. Okay, well, Trina had a question. Where's your question? Am I able to use a cow tongue to help shut up the evil and bring prosperity? Well, one of those is correct. You can use it to stop gossip and slander and all that good shit and to shut somebody up. To bring prosperity? Absolutely not. Cow tongue is not going to bring prosperity. Sorry to bring it to you, but it is going to, yeah, you definitely can use it to stop gossip shut people up, all that good stuff. Malicious talk and slander, whatever. Yep, not prosperity though. Should I use the tongue gray first? What does that mean? The tongue gray? Typo. So what did you mean to say? Hey, Sub Rosa, welcome. Should you use the tongue first for, like, before doing a prosperity? I mean, it doesn't really matter unless... The only case in that would be is if you have a business and someone's slandering your business. That's the only way you would want to do that type of work before you do prosperity work. Okay, so that is what's going on. Yeah, do the tongue and then follow it up with prosperity. Yeah, that's the only way that's going to go down. Because usually people talking shit ain't going to fuck your money up unless you own a business. And even, I don't know, even then I'd come and be like, fuck it. Because if you're doing shit right, it ain't going to fuck nothing up. My shit has been off the fucking hook over here since I moved, y'all. It has been off the hook. Like, I can't keep up. I can't keep up with the readings. I can't keep up with the clients. I've never been this far behind on getting light settings done and getting readings done and shit. Because usually I got time. My shit has been off the hook. Like, my register ain't stopped ringing. And it never fails, y'all. It never fails. Like, I'll let all these orders come in. I'll be like, all right, I'm going to start packing these orders up and getting them out. And the minute I pack up that last order and I'm like, whew, I'm all done. Boom! Like 5 more are going to come in. But every time, it never fails. I'm just like, God damn it. I ain't bitching though. I ain't bitching. I'm blessed. Seriously, I want to know why my shit is so off the hook since I moved to this location. I really want to know, is it the fucking underground stream? Is it the fucking, my spirits are so goddamn happy? Is it, I don't even fucking know, but my shit has been off the fucking hook since we got to this location. I can't keep up. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 fucking shit going on right now for clients. Just got done packing up a bunch of orders, like goddamn. Where is the best place to get white clothing for certain things? Is white linen the way it is? So any kind of white clothing is fine. I mean, the best place in the winter is going to be hard to find, so I would say online. In the winter would be the best place because winter ain't selling white clothing. In the summer, it's a lot easier to find. Just make sure it's not revealing. It's not low cut. It's not see-through. It's not real thin, you know. And also take into account the weather. If you're doing something where you need to wear white, take into account the weather. So maybe you want to buy a white sweatshirt and a sweater, or you know, some long sleeve flannel, or some, you know, some fucking shit, cause shit gonna be cold. But right now, online's the best place. Usually you can get shit at Walmart. Usually you can get shit at Target. But in the winter, not so much. Usually in the summer. Winter, whites are hard to find in the winter. Can you give me an excellent prosperity work for business? Yeah, come buy one. Or get in on the service this weekend, a community service. It's going to be for prosperity, and everybody's shit blows up with these services, man. I'm telling you, I've gotten so much feedback for these community services I've been doing. People are really seeing results with this shit, like big time. Big time. These services are really good. Is that a deer? It's a not an elk. Oh my god. It's not a deer, it's not an elk. It's some other fucking critter with huge horns. A steer? I don't remember. I didn't even know what it was. I just liked it. And I sent it to my tattoo guy And when he got there and printed it up, he's like, oh, you're getting this blah blah. And I'm like, what? It's a deer. He's like, no, it's not. Look at the picture. Deer don't have antlers like that. And anytime I order, you can hold up on shipping because I will order more. Absolutely. Yeah, every time I pack the shit up, 5 more orders gonna come in. Every time. And no shit, I just 5 minutes ago packed up the last order that I had in queue. As soon as I closed the envelope, my register started ringing again. I was like, God. Like, I can't be done. Can't be done. It's just non-stop fucking busy constantly. Working for y'all, man, I'm telling you. Is there use for chicken bones and root work? Coming to you for the straight answer. A lot of people use chicken bones to do divination. Like bone throwing. There's actually a divination called bone throwing, and it's a really old type of divination. And a lot of people will use chicken bones for that. Now, I don't know so much other than that about chicken bones, but there's all kinds of parts of chickens that are good for shit. Like chicken feet are real good for shit. Chicken hearts are good for shit. Chicken heads are good for shit. The tongue out the rooster's mouth is good for some shit. The bones, not really so much other than in bone throwing divination. Because you are where you have always meant to be. That's it, right? I'm telling you, I'm so blessed. I love my house. I love the location. I love the South. I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life. And it's just amazing balls. Spirits are happy as fuck, yo. And my Monanzo, my Padrino does a reading for us once a month. At the beginning of the month, we all call him and get our reading for the month. And mine's has just been like, ever since I moved to this house, he's like, damn. He's like, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Because your people are happy. You're doing everything right. And, you know, like my shit has just been blessed as fuck since we got to this house. Everybody's happy as shit. Do I have to get white shoes too? Absolutely. Everything gotta be white. White socks, white bra, white underwear, white leggings, white shoes. Didn't he tell you? He didn't fucking tell you? You gotta have a skirt. You gotta have white leggings, white socks, white shoes, white bra, white underwear, white t-shirt, and a white top. And something cover your fucking head in white. I got a candle for a friend today because her controlling hubby has cheated in the past. His GPS app suddenly cut off. I tell her he's cheating again. Besides her candle, what can I do to help her? Tell her to get a divorce? For real, like, he gonna keep cheating. He gonna keep cheating, so just nix that. Get a fucking divorce. That's what I'd be saying. I don't know. I mean, there's certain works you can do to keep someone home, but a cheating dog gonna cheat. You know, they're gonna find a way to fucking cheat. You can always do menses. Have her feed him some menses and some sketty or some fucking coffee or some fucking shit. That'll keep him stuck to her, but it doesn't mean he ain't gonna cheat. Cheat dog gonna cheat. So I would, if that was my client, I'd be telling him to get a fucking divorce for real. Cheat dog is gonna cheat. You ain't gonna stop it. I don't know. Cut them cords. Get a divorce. Walmart. Yes. Tell me more about the community service. Well, everything you need to know is in the shop. Go to the shop, PrettyBruceConjure.com. By the way, y'all, all the links for everything is in the description box of all my videos. Click the description box. All my links are there. a link to the donation, a link to the shop, a link to my Facebook, a link to my Instagram. All my links are, click that description box below this video. The community setting, it's over $10 cheaper what it is to get a personal setting. And from what I'm seeing, they're manifesting really fucking well. Like, I'm getting tons of good feedback about these community light settings, and they're I don't want to say they're stronger, but they're more intense because there's so many people involved that are putting their intentions into the same thing. Right? So when you get a group of people focusing on one goal, on one thing at the same time, that shit manifests quick, and it manifests pretty damn well. And I offer the community ones at $10 less than a personal setting. The road opener is awesome, but kicking my ass a bit more than I expected. I will be doing the prosperity tonight. Road opener, you gotta be careful what you ask for. Always be careful what you ask for. You just might get it. I'm just saying. A lot of people think they want something until they get it, and then when they get it, they're like, well, shit. I'm just saying, always be careful what you ask for. Be sure, goddamn sure you're ready for it when it pops off. Hey, Mulata Creole Conjure Witch. Trinity Community Service is the bomb. Yeah, she gets one all the time. Every week she gets one. I'm telling you, and like I put people in there just because, like my goddaughter. Because as my goddaughter, I gotta take care of her, right? She don't pay me for the fucking settings. But I'm gonna put her in there anyway because I want her to be successful. I want her shit prosperous. I want her rose to be open. I want all that shit. That's my goddaughter. So I put her in that shit every week, and her shit is popping off. Her shit is popping off. Like, she texts me going, I want $80 at the casino. Oh, I just had a $900 order. Like, all this and that. I'm like, road opener, prosperity. And I always follow those two up back to back. Like, last week was the road opener. This week's the prosperity. Next week will be for protection. The weekend after that will be for health and general blessings. And then the cycle starts all over again with the road opener. I do 4. And they run in a cycle. Yeah, road opener and prosperity, boom, together, shit gonna blow up. I promise you, your shit gonna blow up. I want to get in on it, but I don't know how to or what it comes. All you do is go to shop, scroll down to the menu where it says community service, click on that, click on the prosperity service, follow the instructions. Read the instructions on the service, and then just buy it, and I'll throw you in. I got everyone right here. I got a whole fucking stack of people. These are everybody that's going into this weekend's service so far. That's all you gotta do. Just make sure you follow the instructions, because there's certain information that I need in order to do a service review. So just follow the instructions, put the information in your notes in your order, and you'll be in. I'm not saying the person's name, but I was told they put gopher's dust around the toilet seat, toothbrush, and entrance of a person's bathroom. What does that even do? You know, people out here are reckless as fuck. That's reckless. That's reckless as fuck. Gopher's dust is nasty shit. You don't use gopher's dust unless you don't want to kill somebody. For real. If it's good gopher dust, if it's real deal shit, you trying to kill the ass. I'm telling you. If it's some bullshit, I don't know what the fuck it's gonna do. My shit gonna try and kill somebody's ass. That's really irresponsible and reckless. Put it on their toothbrush. The toothbrush and the toilet seat. You know, they're trying to kill their ass. That's all. That's what gopher dust does. It kills your ass. Now, if it was something else, if it was hot foot or some bullshit, I mean, and I've done this in the videos before about the hot foot and everything. People are reckless as fuck. Reckless and irresponsible. And people be putting fucking graveyard dirt and hot foot powder and fucking all kinds of bugs and shit. I'm like, yo, y'all are not making hot foot powder. Like, y'all are trying to kill somebody. It do what it do, you know? It's just reckless, really irresponsible. That's funny though. Just click the shop link that's in the summary. He told me that I need to ask you. So the person that did it, the person that put the gopher dust in everybody's shit told you to ask me what's gonna happen. He didn't know what was gonna happen when he did the shit. First off, I'd be wondering where he got it from. Because if it's real deal gopher dust like I be making, that shit gonna kill somebody. If it's some bullshit, I don't know what it's gonna do. Maybe they'll get sick for a day. I don't want to pest you when you were busy, so I figured I'd pester you. Now is the time to pester me. Cheating is too strong of a word to... Oh wait, cheating is too strong of a reward to stop. It's not even. It's not even a reward. And if it is, it's a very short-lived temporary reward. Like, they ain't gonna do nothing bad. They gonna keep cheating. She has zero esteem. I told her divorce. She thinks she'll be alone. I say it's better to be alone than cheat. Exactly. Exactly. Get rid of that shit and make room for the good shit that's coming over the hill. I'm just saying, I'd be telling my client to get a divorce. That's my client. Set them free and find a good one. Exactly. Yep. I'm here finally, but I'm driving. So, hey, there she is. Just like more hours and more orders and more people calling it, right? This shit don't stop. Shit don't stop. Darn road opener prosperity light settings are... I'm telling you, that's my goddaughter, yeah. Her shit is blowing up. She be texting me like, this happened, that happened. I'm like, road opener, prosperity, road opener. This shit's blowing up like crazy. Make sure you scroll down to the service tab. Girl, you better stop. Gopher dust is shitty. You gotta make sure it is warranted for damp, right? If it's real shit, it's gonna kill somebody. Just saying. Oh, hello, Jane Doe. Have to work right now, but I have been into root herb and candle magic for years and have never found anyone that is the same line of my beliefs. Amazing. Well, welcome. Thank you. I'm glad you joined us. Nowhere to get the white clothes. Girl, get them online. I'm telling you. You can get them on Wish. Get them on Wish. Get them on eBay. Get them online. You're always going to get them online. Unless it's summertime and you can get them in the store. I need to repeat part of the video that I am responding to. I wish I could stay home for this next time. Well, thanks for joining us for a minute, Jane Doe. I have never used gopher dust. That is some tricky, right? That's the shit. I'm telling you, man. It's real deal shit. You don't even fucking fuck with that shit. Like, you gonna lay that shit down, you're wearing gloves. You're wearing gloves, and you might even want to wear like a face mask and some goggles, because you don't even want to get that shit anywhere on your shit. Nowhere. I have a feeling, though, it was kind of bullshit, gopher dust. That's what I'm feeling, but, you know. Hello, Ebony Quartz. Greetings. First of all, gopher dust must be really uncomfortable to sit on when trying to do work. Second of all, why the damn toothbrush? That's just irresponsible and reckless. It's fucked up. What are some of the uses and differences of High John and Low John? Okay, so High John to Conquer. If y'all don't know about High John to Conquer, start doing some research on High John to Conquer. Number one, he was not a white guy. All the High John Conquer shit you see out there, it's like this kingly guy with a beard and a crown, and he's a fucking white dude. High John was not a fucking white dude. He was a black dude. Do your homework. Do some research on High John. So the actual use of the High John root is court cases, the bomb. In any kind of, it's usually always an ingredient in a Lucky Ham Mojo and shit like that. It's for conquering any kind of situation. So it's really utilized in court cases and luck. You can use it for all kind of shit. Though you can use it on like a boss that's like, you know, not giving you that promotion, or like down on your ass all the time, or really any kind of situation that you want to conquer. Low John is also called Chewing John. Its common name is galangal root. Is also highly utilized for court cases. Low John, also called Chewing John, because you're supposed to chew a small piece of Low John root when you go to court. And as you enter the courthouse, you spit the chew on the steps. As you walk in the courthouse, you're going to win that shit. Another, thing that's usually in a court case bag or something like that. Galangal root is good for all kinds of shit. It's extremely good for court cases. It's like top of the line. It's really good for like uncrossing. You can use Low John for all kinds of shit. There's also another one that y'all probably ain't never heard of called Dixie John. That one's for low. There's 3 Johns. There's Low John, High John, and Dixie John. Also, thank you for posting all the cool Appalachian lore on you. Yeah, Crystal, I've been posting a lot of cool fucking shit on my Facebook page lately. I really love this shit. Like, I want to get into about how song and dance and instruments and stuff have played such an important, integral role in spirituality, like from the fucking get-go, and how every culture does it differently, but they all do the same shit. You're doing spiritual shit, you're singing, you're dancing, you're playing instruments. It's really, spirits love that shit. Spirits love that shit. Especially in ATRs, you got cantos and mambos and all this shit that you sing to rile the fucking spirits up and get them to come in and, get busy and shit. Very important shit. But even in root work, like, especially down here in the South, they do something called moaning. It's called moaning in the spirit, and it's usually a hum, and you do it while you're fucking working, while you're cooking. When you want to imbue spirit into any kind of shit, you moan in the fucking spirit. It's a really cool fucking topic. I got some moldavite. How do you suggest you use it for best results? Wear it, if you can. Yo, when I first got my fucking moldavite, I couldn't even wear that shit for 2 hours. Like, that shit was fucking me up. Like, I had to take it off. It took me about over a month of slowly, like, wearing it for a little bit, taking it off, wearing it for a little bit and taking it off, because that shit was fucking me all up. Until you kind of, like, get accustomed and assimilated to the energy of it. But it's also good in any kind of thing for transmutation, transformation. It's great for communication with other realms. It's good for all that kind of shit, but wear it. That's how you're going to get the most effectiveness out of it. Wear it. The piece I got wasn't even, it was just a stone. Like, it wasn't mounted in anything or anything. I took it to a jeweler and I got it mounted into a pendant with, 24 or 925 stainless steel. Or not stainless steel, silver. 0.925 silver. And I got it mounted into a pendant. And I would wear that shit all the time. I don't wear any necklaces now because I'm usually got to throw my leggings on for something. And they get all tangled up in necklaces and shit. So I don't wear necklaces that often anymore. If I'm wearing anything around my neck, it's usually my fucking leggings. Got a few High John root pieces too, and some galangal root as well. Can they help me to hold One, I'm writing the IRS response letter. I'm hoping to keep it out of the court. Girl, I told you gotta go to court. You got to go to court. Now, when you go to court, we can talk about winning the case. I'm telling you, the shit that came up for you was court and paperwork. You're gonna beat it, you're gonna beat it in court. I don't think you're gonna get out of going to court. I really, really don't. But they will come in handy when you do go to court. They will come in handy when you gotta go to help you beat that shit. But I'm pretty goddamn positive you gotta go to court. They ain't gonna let you alone till you beat it in court. Great, I love to dance, so that'll be, I write? I'd be dancing for my spirits all the time. Just started to learn to blues dance and lots of blues songs right along with. There's actually a thing called Hoodoo blues too. It's real fucking cool shit. Just go on YouTube, type in Hoodoo blues in the search, and you'll get all kinds of kick-ass old blues songs that have to do with hoodoo and root work. There's actually a song called Hi John the Conqueror or something that's a blues song. I have put the mold away in my bra. I wondered why I have felt really warm. I'm telling you. I couldn't even keep that shit on for more than 2 hours when I first got it. Like, it was fucking me up. I had to take it off and then I'd try it again the next day, you know. It took me over a good month to where I could actually wear it like every day and it wasn't fucking me up. Hey, Tuka Waka. That's my girl. You're Diana's favorite too. Got your hot foot in the man that was so important stuff. Girl, are you driving and typing? Because that don't make any fucking sense. Did spirits decide a price for the dream statue? No, I haven't even gotten around to that because I have been so busy with all the rest of the work. But this week, I'm going to get in here and try and get some sewing shit done. When I start doing sewing shit, I'm going to make a couple. And we'll see what the fuck they're going to be. They'll probably run around the same price as a gree-gree. Because I actually make... Now, it's not... I don't think it's listed in the shop. But I have made a couple custom gree-gree for clients for better spirit communication and stuff. So it's going to be a lot of those same ingredients in the dream pillows. So it'll probably be right around the same price as a gree-gree, maybe a scotch more, but we'll see what they say. Because I actually got to sew the shit. Gree-gree, I don't got to sew that. I just cut the fabric up and tie it. You know, I don't got to sew. Pillows I got to sew. Crappy do. I told you, girl, you ain't getting out of that shit. Didn't you get another reading? I'm sure he probably told you the same shit. My ancestors always asking for music, hymns and shit, right? I had to get the real humble and give them what they... Exactly. My ancestors be loving that mountain music, fucking gospel. Love that shit. Like, they be doing a hoedown in here. They love it, and I play it every Sunday for them. I fill this room up with fucking mountain music, gospel, that old shit. They go crazy. And that's what my whole post on Facebook was about, that a whole bunch of people got offended about. Are you coming through? Don't let them go that way. No. Hold up, guys. Don't go that way. Baby, no. God damn it. No, go that way. I got a whole bunch of work on this side, y'all. She want to run out that door. She's going to knock it all over. Okay, sorry. What was I saying? Oh, my post on Facebook that everybody got offended about the vegan shit. Ain't about you. Ain't about you. I don't care if you hate Christianity, your ancestors loved it. I don't care if you hate gospel, your ancestors loved it. I don't care if you don't eat meat, they did. It ain't about you. That's why everybody all be fucking up. It ain't about you. Oh, I don't like crucifixes in my house, and I don't like saying Lord's Prayer, and I don't like gospel music. It ain't about you. It's about them and what they liked. Do something for somebody other than your fucking self. How about that? Whew, where'd that one come from? I found out that income tax is a voluntary thing. Yeah, girl, I know you sent me that shit and I appreciate it, but I've been knowing that for a long time. Like, a long time. Girl, the rabbit hole goes way fucking deeper than that. And if you even start down that rabbit hole, you ain't coming back. Your shit you'll never ever be the same. There is no return. I recommend stopping where you are and don't go down that rabbit hole unless unless you want your whole world to change forever. I have Moldavite paired with Hekimer. I never heard of that one. Wrapped in silver. A friend made for me. I attribute that for how my oil works. How do I find a godparent? I feel I'm ready for the next step. Ask your ancestors. Ask your ancestors to lead you to the right godparent for you. Ask that the right godparent and mentor for you presents themselves in such a way that you recognize it. Ask them every day. That's how you find the right godparent. And I can probably guarantee you it ain't going to be somebody local. I can probably guarantee you're going to have to travel. Because y'all know my story. I had a fucking bonanza of 20 minutes for me, but my ancestors blocked my ass. They like, you ain't going that motherfucker. You're going cross country to this motherfucker. Love my spirits. Root beer. Oh Lord, I choked on that root beer candy. That was like strong. Woo! Root beer candy. Yes, they keep info hidden. You would be shocked at what is hidden in plain sight. I'm saying, don't go down the rabbit hole, y'all. I'm warning you. Don't go down the rabbit hole. Do yourself a favor. Because you ain't never going to be the same. You ain't never going to see the world the same. And you'll never come back from it. Don't go down the rabbit hole. What are ways you would suggest disposal of an ammonia jar? I hope you used it correctly because most people don't use ammonia the right way. And I hope you're following it up with some sweet things and prosperity and blessing things, because ammonia cleans everything gone. Everything. The bad and the good. Ammonia wipes it all out. So if you're doing ammonia shit, you need to follow it up with prosperity, sweet home, blessings, all this kind of shit to bring that good shit back in, because you just wiped all your shit out. Well, I don't do work without consulting spirit. I don't do work without divination. So if I had done an ammonia jar, I would have asked spirit where I need to dispose of it at, because it depends. I can't, there's like no one place where I can go, oh, throw it here, bury it there. Because it all depends on the energy of it, what it was for, where you're going to dispose of that shit at. With I ask spirit, I don't do work with I ask spirit. I did this work, where I dump it. And they'll fucking tell me where it gotta go. And sometimes where it gotta go is actually surprising. There is like not a one size fits all usually on where you dispose of work at. It's the energy and what's gonna get it done. So that's all I can answer for that one. If you have a court, don't look in the mirror that morning. You may lose Your court case. Wow, Witch Monica, that's a new one. Interesting. I've never heard that one. That's cool. Never heard that. I used your hot foot and my neighbor was arrested. I tell you what, I can't. If I had a nickel for every client that comes to me and goes, I did this hot foot powder and it didn't work. And my first question is, where'd you get that fucking hot foot powder? Because I know it wasn't mine. And since it wasn't mine, I don't know why you're coming to me asking me why it didn't work, because it wasn't mine. So I guarantee it. My hot foot powder has never failed. My shit works 100% all the time. Even impossible shit. Impossible. I had a friend of mine, and she just bought a house. She had these neighbors that was up on the hill, and they were crazy. Like, they were running around in four-wheelers, tearing up the fields. They were shooting guns, and they actually shot through her, like, patio door window on her patio, like the big sliding door. They shot through it. And she was just like, you know, they're crazy, partying, noise all the time. And I was like, girl, I'm going to send you some of my special hot foot that I don't offer in the shop. Now, shop hot foot is good. It's really fucking good. It's going to do the job. But extreme cases call for extreme measures, where I have a special hot foot that I don't even sell to people because it's such a liability. Like, it has a lot of precautions to use that shit. So I don't sell that to the general public. I actually call it killer hot foot. But I was like, I'm going to send you some hot foot. You're going to get rid of that motherfucker. She was like, girl, they've been living in this house for generations. She was like, 43 years, and they ain't going nowhere. There's no way in hell they're going to move. I ain't getting rid of these motherfuckers. And I was like, just do what I'm telling you to do and use this shit. Within a month, these fucking people had the house up for sale and was gone. Y'all, my shit don't fucking fail. So if anybody comes to me and saying hot foot ain't working, I'm saying, where did you get it? Because you didn't get it from me. Rebecca, get a reading. There you go. Hey, Carlos. Don't ask me how I'm alive, but I'm happy I'm here greeting you and not missing this live. You making it? You drink that pot of coffee and that Red Bull? It's called work. It's called work for a reason. You're going to sleep really good tonight. Really good. Someone I know was talking about a shadow following him. Okay. Sorry. I don't know what happened. It's just like reconnecting, and I hope I did lose a bunch of people. Sorry. Okay, hold up. Okay, it was a guide, and have you heard of guides of shadows following people? I actually have. It's like not terribly uncommon. People, I think I've went through before the perception and how our eyes don't perceive like 99% of what actually exists. So people see things the way they're going to see them. So absolutely, you know, an ancestor, a god, a spirit can pop up and show himself in the form of like a shadow. Mm-hmm. It can happen, or your friend could be horribly mistaken. How good are they? And I mean, how do they know it's a guide? How do they know it's a guide, not something else? But it is possible. Oh, do we have a troll? Looks like we have a troll. Y'all are taking care of it. Good job. Awesome. How is it used? The hot foot? Just get it on them. Either put it where they're going to walk. But see, I mean, that's an old-timey trick, especially in the South. I think I talked about how people down here don't wear shoes. Everybody be walking around wearing barefoot. So, I mean, that's why it's called hot foot. And, you know, the old-timey shit, people didn't wear shoes a lot. And down here, they still don't wear fucking shoes. So, it's supposed to be utilized. So, you put it in where someone's going to walk. And they walk through the shit, their feet get hot, and they fucking run. But nowadays, not a lot of people, unless you live in the South and Mississippi, will run around without shoes on. So just get it on them any way you can. Get it on anything they're going to touch. Put it on a doorknob, put it on their car, put it on their mailbox, put it on a telephone, put it on a computer, put it on anything that they're going to touch. Just get it on them. Just get it on them. And it's going to work. They had me play Christmas music this year. Yeah! My shits love fucking Christmas music. What old gospel do you listen to? I don't even know. Like, I have a playlist on YouTube, and it's just a mixture of all kinds of... This fucking thing. I just made a playlist and just mixed them all together. It's like, it's all kinds of fucking mountain gospel music, and my ancestors love that shit. I don't know what's going on with YouTube and its fucking connection. And I keep fucking losing people. People got offended? Fuck yeah, they got offended because they're fucking vegans. They're fucking, I ain't buying no fucking meat slaughter. Burr, 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 burr. It ain't about you. Your ancestors weren't fucking vegan. If they was fucking vegan, you wouldn't be here because they wouldn't have survived for you to fucking be here. They ain't vegan. Give them what the fuck they want. He literally, someone commented on that post, was like, I'm gonna give them some bread and water and I know they'll be happy with that. For real. This is where the motherfuckers show up with that fucking shoe and they'll smack you upside your fucking head. You gonna get a bitch smack like you ain't even fucking believe. You give your ancestors some bread and water. It ain't about you. That's okay. I'll never be. No, honey, you're not understanding what never be the same again means. And you ain't gonna understand that you cross the line, so I'm just, you've been warned. That's all I'm saying. I love my 3 Johns, just like I like my Jack, Jim, and Johnny Walker. Girl, we are in the rabbit hole. No, girl. Well, you go down some fucking rabbit holes, but I have been down some major rabbit holes. And I ain't talking some link on a fucking ad. Years and years and years and years of research down the fucking rabbit holes. Trust me. You will not come back, and you will never ever be the same, and your whole world gonna be fucked up. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do it. There's a saying, ignorance is bliss, and there's a reason that is a saying. Because it really is. Ignorance really is bliss, because what you don't know, you don't know. And you can't be getting upset about it because you don't know about it. When you start knowing shit, and you start seeing shit for real, you're going to be like, what the fuck did I do? What the fuck? You're just going to fuck up forever. Uh-oh, ammonia jar related. I put this guy who is a pedophile and womanizer, usually the mother of the kids, to reverse the situation so that people stop trusting him like they do. It's still in the dark corner of the closet. Do I keep it there? So people stop trusting him like they do. So I don't even know. Have you seen results from it? Because to me that doesn't really sound like something that would really work, but if you've seen results from it, then more power to you. Yeah, I'd just be keeping it there, shit. Keep it there for a couple years, shit. I still got shit around, been around. I got shit over here, been sitting around for like a year or two. I ain't getting rid of it because I'm going to keep working that shit every once in a while. Every once in a while, I'm going to light that shit up and be like, you need to suffer some more. Fuck your ass. Mirrors can be a huge topic. Absolutely. Mirrors are big, deep topic. I have had some people tell me recently that they don't ever want to be on my bad side. I think that I was one of those people. I don't really get this. Do you think sometimes guides and ancestors can put off vibes. No, you put off them vibes. You put off them vibes, and with your crazy stories and the crazy shit you do to people. I don't ever want to piss you off. That's for sure. No. I mean, yeah, they could. Absolutely. Spirit will let you know if somebody comes in your space and their vibe ain't vibing with your vibe, and it's like, you know, you shouldn't be around this person, etc. Spirit will let you know. They can be like, we don't like this fucking person. I don't know why I don't like this person, but I don't like this person. That kind of thing. But will they put off a vibe to make people? And they can do that too, but I still say it's you. I still say it's you, because I'm one of them people that said that shit. It's like, no one's never gonna piss that girl off. She crazy. Did you guys get a pause on YouTube? Yeah, the fucking feed fucked up. I'm way behind, damn. What happened? Live stream for where'd I go? Back now. Ugh, YouTube. Fuck YouTube. No, not texting and driving. Dictating. My phone is an asshat. Apparently it doesn't I told you need a new phone, girl. You need a new phone. Yeah, that happens. Phone misunderstands. Yep, he told me the same about the court issue, and that the spirit linked to my Bakulu, if I'm saying that right, will make a difference. Well, see, now you got both of us is telling you the same thing. You got to go to court. It ain't gonna go away till you go to court. Once you get to court date, like I said, once you get to court date, shit's set in stone, come back. Come back, and we're gonna get to see how we're gonna win the case. But it has to go to court. There's no way around it. I've been worried because I'm not self-confident on much yet, and he said that I need to be confident first before going there. Yep. He still gets on my ass about being confident. Not so much anymore, but he used to. Nobody's confident coming into this shit. How can you be? If you're confident, then that's your ego talking, because you can't be confident until you know your shit. It took me a long time to get confident in that shit. A long time. And I'm still like, hey, I don't know everything. You know, some shit still fucking throws me for a loop. So, but I think what he's talking is you need to be confident in the decision. You need to be confident in your godparents. You need to be confident in spirit faith. Faith and confidence run together a lot. You need to have faith and be confident in spirit. You know what I mean? Had to delete my first entry that needed to edit, so it's old information. Sorry. Till next time. I just had a vegan quit. So much entitlement, and right? I'm telling you, vegans are the worst. Thanks for all the valuable input. You're welcome, Sub Rosa. Thanks for joining us. Yay, Marlene's home. Hey, Charming Creek Company, welcome. What if the rabbit hole is helpful? But it ain't. I mean, it's not. Unless you're gonna do something with this shit, it's not helpful knowing all this shit. It's really not. And the first thing it's gonna do is you're gonna get pissed off. You're gonna go down that rabbit hole and be like, the fuck? This is some fucked up shit that's going on. And you're gonna, for a year or two, you're gonna be all gung-ho and you're gonna tell everybody about it and nobody's gonna listen to you. And they're gonna call you a conspiracy theorist. And you're gonna get really mad about it, and all the crazy fucking shit that's going on is gonna piss you the fuck off. And you're gonna tell people, and they're gonna laugh at you and call you a conspiracy theorist, and then you're just not gonna give a fuck. And you're gonna be like, well, now I'm just crazy forever, and I have all this knowledge, and I can't do anything with it. No sense in being mad about it. No sense in telling other people, because most people ain't gonna believe you. Can't do nothing with it. Yes, he is showing his deceitfulness to those who I had never known he was fucking with regarding the ammonia jar question. Now, I hope this is not on who I'm thinking it's on. Tell me you didn't do that on your husband. Please tell me you didn't do it on your husband. I was complaining because I haven't been able to see spirit for years. Now, years, no, until a week ago. He was a tall, husky shadow man, got past so slow and close to me, I almost pissed myself. Oh. So, you used to see spirit, and then you don't see spirit, and then when they come back, you almost piss yourself? Well, I don't know. I don't think I ever. Well, I ain't ever seen some. Well, I can't even say that. It happens. I can't even say I never seen some shit that made me want to piss myself. I can't even say that. I can't even say it. It happened. It definitely happens. Can Four Thieves vinegar be used as a floor wash for protection? Also, I read it's just garlic and apple cider vinegar. So no, Four Thieves should definitely have at least 4 ingredients because there's Four Thieves. That is a really really old timey recipe, so you need to do some research and not go with the first Google thing you see because that's not that's not Four Thieves vinegar. Oh, you can make it. Can you use it as a protection? Yeah. You can wash your floors or your floors. You can wash your door and put some like outside on like your if you have a little welcome mat or some shit like that. Put some Four Thieves on there. It'll keep thieves away and negative energy and all that kind of shit. Rabbit hole equals fools rush in. Thank you. I'm a fool. I did years of research down in rabbit holes, man. Years. How can you shake depression, especially when you're covering from abuse? Well, thank you for joining us, Mariana. Um, work with your ancestors. That's the best way to overcome all that depression, all that self-doubt and shit. And I'm not, see a psychiatrist, take meds if you need to. I'm never going to be the one to tell somebody, you don't need medication, go to the woods, and it's a natural antidepressant. I ain't going to be that shit. See a therapist if you have to. Take meds if you have to. Work with your ancestors and elevate them. When you elevate them, you elevate yourself. Do go in nature as much as possible. Not so much because it's nature, but because of the sun. A lot of people in the winter get the SAD, seasonal affective depressive disorder, and it has to do with the sun. So some people I know that do this in the winter, they got them lights, that emanate the UV rays of the sun and everything, and sit in front of the light a couple hours a day, and it does help. I heard, I know people personally that use the lights for depression, and they help. Get out in nature, get out in the sun as much as possible. Let that sun hit your skin and everything, and that actually it helps depression a lot. It creates vitamin D in your skin, and that boosts your what's the word? Dopamine. Is that the right one? I think that's the right one. Is it dopamine? That's the good one that like makes you happy. The sun boosts all that shit. Get in the sun, get one of them lights if you need it, take medication if you need it, and work with your ancestors daily on that shit. No, I have not done anything on my husband. He's not anywhere as evil as my ex-friend. My ex-friend opened my eyes to some shit, but I have left hubby alone. I don't feel that is my place. Good, so you're... I mean, if they're an ex-friend, I don't understand why you just want to let it be. Like, cut them out, let them be. Let them go do them, and you do you. And worry about you, not them. You know what I mean? Unless they're doing something malicious to you or something. I wouldn't even be worrying about their ass. Fuck them. That's the thing. I mean, a lot of people on Facebook got a bark and no bite, or they are irresponsible and just reckless with shit that they do. You know, you get in a little tiff with somebody in a Facebook group and be like, oh, I'm gonna put you in a jar, I'm gonna curse you, I'm gonna I'm cursing you, and all this and that. That's bullshit, y'all. Just let the shit be. Let it be. Let it slide. You know how much time, energy, money, and shit it goes into doing work on somebody? That's a lot of energy and time that you putting into somebody and their bullshit. Why? Why? Unless they are fucking up you, your home, your money, your fucking kids, your husband, your wife, whatever, fucking leave them be. What's it say? If we ain't bleeding, if I ain't bleeding, we ain't beefing. Leave them be. That takes, yeah, put your energy and time into something way more fruitful than trying to fuck somebody up over some bullshit. I posted another thing on my Facebook page the other day. It was talking about time spent and why they call it spending time and time spent, because your time and your energy is your currency. That's what you have. It's the most precious thing you have. Your energy and your time is the most precious things you have. So don't give it to things that aren't worth it. Why spend your time and energy on this person? It's not worth it. Fuck it. It ain't worth time and energy. A lot of this shit costs money too. It ain't worth the damn money to do this shit. Be wise with your time spent and where you put your energy. What you give focus to is what has control over you. If you're constantly thinking about this person, they're occupying space in your head and your mind, let it go. Don't even let them have that. Don't even give them that. Your shit's precious. Do you? It's the impression you get when it pops out of nowhere. Oh, I think you mean pops out of nowhere. Where I was like, fuck, he must have heard me complaining on my last live. Yeah, I've gotten caught off guard a couple times. That puppy is getting on everybody's nerves today. The dogs are getting sick of her because she's just like biting them all up, and that's what you hear in the background. Everybody's getting sick of her today. She's just full of it. She's full of it today. I have been studying law, so I'm curious if that is something that I should keep up with on these rabbit hole issues. Maybe it's too deep for that. There is such a big rabbit hole with law, and I don't even want to point you, because I know if I point you, you're going to jump down that rabbit hole. Should I point you? So you're just studying like law online or something, or are you actually like considering going to law school and that kind of deal? Are you actually considering being a lawyer as a profession, or is it just an interest? I'm gonna ask that before I throw you down the rabbit hole. You're welcome, Mariana. 2 different topics that I'm responding to. I just want to protect the children. No one knows that I have done work on him, just fear for his future victims. Okay, I will leave him be. I just hate that he does what he does to people and the destruction that he causes. That's, I mean, it's gonna come back, number one, if it's not balanced. Light and dark. Light and dark. There must be a balance. The evil people gotta do their evil shit. Bad people gotta do their bad shit. If they're off balance, then you have justification to fix that shit and put it back in balance. But there's always gotta be a balance. Always gotta be that way, and it sucks, but that's universal law. So that vegan kept a list of everything she thought I did wrong and went to all my bosses about it. But now who is still employed. I didn't do anything to her, but girl, you get so many people fired. I have been taking courses in law for paralegal. Okay, go down the rabbit hole. Maritime law. Start researching maritime law and birth certificates. That'll be your start. Maritime admiral law. It's two different types of law. There's maritime admiralty law, and then there's the law of the land, the common law. Go down that rabbit hole. I just gave you a big clue. Starting point, Jordan Maxwell. Look up Jordan Maxwell on YouTube and maritime law, and you're going to go down the rabbit hole. I'm only giving you that because you're actually going to school for it. Love Tuko Waka. We love her. What's up with the rabbit hole? How can I get there? Man, see, I should have done that in private. Not everybody gonna go fucking down the fucking rabbit hole. Be warned, y'all. I don't want nobody coming back and going, what the fuck did you do to me? Don't go down the rabbit hole. I'm warning you. What's that haunted house? McCamey Manor. McCamey Manor. And every video, everybody comes out and goes, you really don't want to do this. Everybody thinks they plan. You really don't want to go down this rabbit hole. You really fucking don't, y'all. You really fucking don't want to go down the rabbit hole. I'm telling you now. There is no coming back. Once you go down, you're there. There is no coming back. No coming back. You will be transported completely. And I'm not saying it's all good. Don't do it. Oh, Lord, do we have any more questions? 16 people, it's been an hour and a half. A lot of voyeurs out there just watching. Ain't saying shit. Maritime admiralty law and the law of the land. Jordan Maxwell. Don't thank me because you're going to be mad. Don't thank me. Once you go down there, you're going to be mad. Trust me. You're going to be real bad. Big mad. You're going to be big mad. I'm working on shadow work lately, but I've heard it should only be done after the full moon? That's not a thing. If you're talking about, like, how are you using the word shadow work? Like, are you talking about shadow work within yourself? Can only be done after the full moon? No, that's not a thing. Damn Geminis. Y'all, I am surrounded by motherfucking Geminis, I'm telling you. Surrounded. Everyone I know is a damn Gemini. My husband, my padrino, his padrino, my best friends, my goddaughter, like, all y'all fucking Geminis. Surrounded. Surrounded by fucking Geminis. Crazy, and I can't stand y'all two-faced asses. Mood swinging, different personality, everyday two-faced asses. I can't stand y'all. I have been down many holes, so I'm sure it's not much worse, but I will let you know. Yeah, and go in with the birth certificates too. Straw man. Straw man and birth certificates. Can I create a hoodoo altar or my... Can I create a hoodoo altar or my hoodoo is my ancestor shrine? So no. Your ancestor area is not your hoodoo area. That's going to be a different thing. Like two separate things. And a hoodoo altar. I mean, a hoodoo altar is going to have all your saints on it. For real. Hold up. See that shit? See all them saints? That is a real deal hoodoo altar. You're going to hoodoo with the saints. You're going to hoodoo with the Bible. You're going to be saying the rosary. You're going to be doing all that shit if you hoodooing. That's what a hoodoo altar is. Oh my god, now I can't get the camera right again. Okay. And it's crooked. I have to finish video later lighting my Thor blockbuster. Starting to... Okay. Good luck, Rebecca. Thor blockbuster. That's a new one. Crazy Geminis, right? I'm telling you. I'm fucking surrounded. Everyone around me is fucking Geminis. I went to the Dollar Tree to get my tall candles. All they have was white and green. I took it as... All they ever have is white and green at Dollar Tree. Now, I will tell you, you can order from the Dollar Tree website. You got to order them by case, but they're $1. So you get a case of 12 for $12. You can get other colors on the Dollar Tree website. They got red, blue, sometimes they got yellow, and then they always have the white and green. And around Halloween time, you can usually order black ones too. But you got to order them by the case, and they'll have them delivered to your local Dollar Tree store, and you just go fucking pick them up. Yeah, they usually always just have... In fact, I think mine just has white. We only have the green, just all white. But white substitutes for any color, so y'all know, because color white contains every color. White is the rainbow of spectrum of colors, so white can be substituted for any color. We are the biggest pains in the ass. Well, at least you know it. Make me laugh. Yeah, that's true. Taurus with Pisces. See that shit too. I got Taurus. You're the second Taurus now then. Because my Padrino's wife is a Taurus. So now I got 2 Tauruses and a whole bunch of fucking Geminis. Hey, Happy New Year, Aston McGuire. I hope y'all did your shit last night for New Year's. You better fed your ancestors. And you better done your bayberry candle and ate your lucky meal, which is going to be different from where you're from. Like in the north, where I'm from, it's pork and sauerkraut. In the south, it's black-eyed peas, collard greens, and pig's feet and shit. And cornbread. I have a convicted sex offender living next to me in my apartment complex. I told my landlady she likes him and won't make him leave. Should I do work on him to get rid of him or let sleeping dogs lie? So if he's not doing anything, I'd let him lie. If he starts fucking around, I'd hot foot his ass. I mean, I wouldn't like the idea of living next door to a convicted sex offender either, but if he's not doing anything, I mean, people gotta get on with their lives, you know? I'm sure we all have things in our past that we've done that have been kind of fucked up. I mean, sex offenders pretty fucked up, but I'm just saying, people have to get on with their lives. So if he's not doing anything, let it be. If he starts being creepy and saying fucked up shit or doing fucked up shit, then hot foot his ass, get rid of him. Your daughter's a Taurus and she's 2. Oh. You're welcome, Charming Creek. Do you think the saint will work with me even though I'm a Satanist and a witch? So why you want to do hoodoo then? Why you want to hoodoo if you're a Satanist and a witch? Because hoodoo don't mess with those things. I'm just saying. You're hoodooing with saints, you're going to hoodoo with the Bible. The question is, will saints work with you if you're a Satanist? I mean, I don't even know how to answer that question because you got to kind of have faith for them to work with your ass. I don't even know how to answer that question. I've never experienced a Satanist trying to hoodoo. Because I'm like, those are like polar opposite things. Like, they don't go together. They clash. Um, well, it depends on what kind of Satanist you are. Are you a Satanist or a Luciferian? Because Satanists don't actually worship Satan. Luciferians worship Satan. So, if you're saying you're a Satanist, Satanists kind of just worship themselves, right? they don't they don't really worship Satan. That's Luciferianism. So they might work with your ass, but I'm telling you, you gotta have faith. And if you're worshiping Satan and you have faith in a Satan, then you gotta have faith in a God that created Satan. So that faith should be there. Hey, Quinita. Really feel drawn to hoodoo. Well, feel drawn to all kinds of things that don't mean you gotta do it. I'm not saying. Yeah, those things don't really mix. They're kind of like polar opposites. I don't understand why you would feel drawn to hoodoo if you're a Satanist, because like I said, like I keep saying, I say in all my videos, if you hoodooing with saints in the Bible. The Bible's your spell book. If you're doing hoodoo. So I don't even know what would be appealing about that to you if you're doing the Satanism thing. So much celebration for New York, New Year's. Champagne, cabbage, and lamb. Yummy. Yummy. I hate champagne, man. I hate it. Shit tastes like some fizzy, super fizzy ass beer. Like, for real, this shit is so expensive. It's like super fizzy beer. Like, get a beer and put some seltzer water in the shit. You got champagne. I was so pissed, y'all. I had to do a work for a client. And my fucking spirit is like, Dom Perignon. Like, they wanted some fucking Dom Perignon to get this work done. And this shit is $200 a bottle. So I get this shit to do the work. And I'm like, you know what? It's Dom Perignon. It's $200 a bottle. I'm like, I gotta taste this shit, right? I don't drink, y'all. Like, I gotta taste this shit. Yo, I was so pissed off. I was like, what the fuck? Like, crack open a Bud Light and put some seltzer water in this shit and you got Dom Perignon. Like, for real, this shit is gross as fuck. I don't even get it. Tukawaka, the kind of crazy you want to get on video and keep for what the fuck moments and whatnot to do in public. Can't wait to go out with her, right? I can't wait for her to come down here and I'm going to get her drunk as fuck. And we're going to go live. Do you want any PA or Northern Maryland dirt? I'm not ready for graveyard dirt, but any other kinds of dirt. Actually, yeah, I am collecting dirt from all mountain ranges, and I used up all my mountain dirt from home. Actually, I still have a little bit. No, I'm not using that. But, do you know how to collect dirt properly? Do you know how to collect dirt properly? Because you can't just be collecting dirt. You gotta pay for the shit. You gotta know how to collect it proper. I'll tell you all something else. I got some dirt from a friend of mine, and he's a good worker. Like, he's on a totally different path though. Like, he's doing like the sorcery and shit. He's really good, really good at what he does. Like, he's done shit that's blown my mind, and I'm like, that shit's impossible, and he pulls it off, and I'm like, damn, he's really good. He don't know how to collect dirt. I'm like, this motherfucker's so good, I'm gonna send him to get some dirt for me. And when I got the shit and I gave it to my spirits, they was pissed. They were like, he didn't pay for that shit right, and it cost me a rooster. Like, I had to give them a rooster to pay for the dirt that he didn't collect right. So you gotta know how to collect your fucking dirt. Like, I don't take dirt from everybody anymore. After that fiasco, I get dirt from very few people that actually know how to collect dirt properly. Cuban food, yummy. Y'all will be disappointed when you meet me. I'm super square. She lying. You know she lying. My family always had sauerkraut and black-eyed peas because my mom was Southern And that's a new one. You got both? That's a new one. I ain't never heard of them two together. That's a new one. Yeah, it'd be kind of fucked up if it was both places. Okay, so okay, you worship Satan, so that's actually Luciferian, not Satanism. So yeah, if you worship Satan, then you gotta believe in God, right? There ain't no Satan without no fucking God. So, would they work for you? You know, have you looked at the Goetic path? I mean, I'm sure you would if you're into Satanism. Have you looked at the Goetic path? Because that goes right along with your Satanism and your demons and like all that shit. Goetia, Goetic path. That's where, if I was a Satanist, that's where I'd be going. I'd be steering clear from Hoodoo. Satan is Christian. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. If you worship Satan, then you gotta believe in God. You gotta believe in the Bible, you gotta believe in the saints. So I don't like it either. Headache wine. Yeah, I'm telling you, that shit's gross. The bubble guts, yeah! Dude, I took a swig of that Dom Perignon and I like almost blew up from the inside. That shit give you the gases and the burps and all that crazy shit. It's crazy. Fuck some champagne. That's some bullshit. Spirits like it though. Spirit, at least the ones I got, they like that shit. Satan Lucifer was a fallen angel, so how could it work? That's what I'm saying. But you gotta have faith in God if you're Satanism, so. 2 glasses of wine and I'm sleeping. I like Folkmagic and I like Hoodoo and Santeria. Even though I'm a Satanist, I put my beliefs aside. Hoodoo is badass. Okay. Had to throw the Santeria in there too, didn't you? You are aware that Santeria is initiation only, right? Just saying. Just so you're aware of that. From what I've learned, Lucifer and Satan are 2 different entities, but the Bible merged into, and it's all based, y'all, all mainstream religions are based on astrology. All of them. All of them. Lucifer is Venus, the morning star, the bringer of the dawn, the light bringer. It's all based on astrology. All of it. Know where this shit comes from. It's all based on astrology, I promise you. A ladybug just appeared in my bed. You gotta be careful, Emily. Yo, I had them ladybugs be biting. I don't know what the hell kind of crazy ladybugs we have, but they bite your ass. Like draw blood, bite your ass ladybugs. And I'm like, what the fuck? When I was a kid, I used to pick up ladybugs and play with them and let them crawl on me and shit. And they never nan a ladybug and bit my ass. These motherfuckers are biting. I don't know what kind of crazy ladybugs are out there now. But they're like blood-sucking ladybugs. Watch them ladybugs in your bed, yo. It'll be biting your ass. I know that you have to pay for the dirt, but please let me know how to collect whatever you want. I have pennies and Ziplocs ready. If there's more, just let me know. I might just do that because I actually need some dirt from PA. Would actually be pretty cool. You work with them. Are you talking about the Goetia? Is that where we're okay? Probably, because I'm way behind. I have a very inappropriate champagne sex story. Tell you another. Oh, that's got to be really good. Energy shouldn't be mixed. Not a good idea. I mean, it's okay to be more than one thing. I'm more than one thing. You take off one hat and you put on another. You never mix things together. You don't mishmash. That's the important role if you're doing more than one thing. You put on one hat, you take off another. You only do one thing at a time and you don't mix them together. That's the important part. You can always be more than one thing. Honestly, Satan is fine, but nobody here is afraid of Satan, right? one more, or more importantly, Satan worship. I don't think she worried about people being afraid of her. I don't know about that. I'm at the end of the chat. Who's talking? I still don't know. I don't see why you couldn't hoodoo if you were worshiping Satan, because you'd have to believe in God, you'd have to believe in the Bible, you'd have to believe in the saints, you'd have to have faith in it in order to worship a Satan. So, because it's a Christian thing. So I actually don't know why you couldn't. Give it a try. See if it worked for your ass. They have different kinds of species that look like ladybugs but are not. The ones that bite look just like them, but they are different. Really? That's crazy. I didn't even meet them biting ass ladybugs when we moved to Delaware. One work's done! Yay! One gone. Share the story. Everybody wants your story, Tukawaka. I can't wait. She got a package in the mail for me. I can't wait to get it. Tukawaka sends the best packages. Best packages. Like, I get a package in the mail from her ass. I'm like, yes! She sends the best shit. Like, crazy fucking unbelievable shit. What are appropriate offerings for saints? It depends on the saint. They all got different shit. And some of them don't take offerings at all. Look up the fucking saint that you want to be working with and see what they take and what they don't take, because there's taboos with saints just like there is anything else. Like, a lot of people don't know, if you're working with San Lazaro, do not get him wet. You do not put water anywhere near his ass. You do not get him wet. You do not offer him water. Never get San Lazaro wet, ever. The different saints have different taboos and they have different offerings, and some don't take offerings at all. And especially if you're working with like archangels like Michael, Gabriel, all these, they don't even take offerings. They don't take offerings. Give them a fucking candle. Give them some prayer. Angels don't take offerings. Other saints don't take offerings. Saint Alejo, Saint Alex, he doesn't take offerings. Even Lazaro takes offerings. Yeah, some take offerings and some don't. Saint Expedite, it's like traditionally give him a pound cake with some quarters in it. Like, it depends on the saint you're working with and what you're trying to do and what the appropriate offering is going to be. Aren't there ideas in Hoodoo about running the devil off? Protection from devils. But I guess that isn't the same as Satan just kidding. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's not today's Satan, flying devil oil, the devil's shoestring, aspafetta, devil's dung. I mean, we use all this shit in root work. And it's all to keep the devil away. So, that is a good point. That is a very good, valid point. If you're a Satanist and you trying to work with the devil, or you trying to do root work, you're gonna use a bunch of shit that's gonna run the devil off. So, I mean, that's kind of what Hoodoo's all about. Not today, Satan. Not today. Yeah, there's lots of shit in Hoodoo about keeping the devil away and running the devil off. Like, that's the last thing you want in Hoodoo. Yay, my package came today, and thanks again for the rent. Excellent. Excellent. Good, good. I just got the rest of mine packaged up, and now I got a whole bunch more coming in. Yo, that's a really good point. I didn't even think about that aspect. You got Devil's Club, Devil's Claw. You use all this shit in Hoodoo to keep the devil away. You love your ring? Does it fit? Everybody loves them rings. That's really cool. It was kind of like a blind, like I wanted to send out evil eyes, protections in my orders, and I was like kind of hesitant on getting the rings because everybody has different ring sizes, but I'm like, you know what, if it doesn't fit their finger, they can always wear it on like a necklace or some shit, so I thought it was better than a pendant. Maybe you can wear it as a ring, and if not, you can wear it as a pendant. Everybody's loving them rings. I'm so dang grateful you're out here with real information. Thank you. You're welcome, Crystal. That's what I'm here to do. I can't wait till I get that ring. Rings go out in second orders. Get Mama's hot foot, only if you need it. And you got the... Tukawaka got the killer hot foot. The shit I was saying I don't sell to people. She got the nasty hot foot. Yeah, you got the nasty shit, girl. That's nasty shit. Love Evil Eyes and Hamas? Is that the hand with the eye in it? Is that Hamas? I don't even know the name of it. I just call it like the evil eye hand. Haven't used it yet. Had to pay for it. You didn't have to, girl. That was a gift. It was a gift. I know how your spirits are. I know what you're saying, but I'm saying it was a fucking gift. You didn't have to wait. You need to use that shit. Use that shit. That's why I mailed it out to you so fast. Use that love shit too. Oh, girl, Tukawaka, you gotta get some of Marlene's Love Spell soap. That shit is fucking to die for. It is amazeballs. I love it. She sent me 2 whole fucking cakes. Like whole cakes of that Love Spell soap is the bomb. And I used it in my bath the other night. And it's actually the first time I pulled one of the, bars out. I'm like, let me use this shit in this bath. And I'm like, I'm washing, and all of a sudden I'm smelling a smell. And I'm like, I know this smell. I know what this smell is, but I couldn't quite place it. And then right in the middle of my bath, I'm like, it's Fruity Pebbles. Like, because you know how scents change on people? Because our skin chemistry and our oils and shit. Like, a perfume on me will smell different than a perfume on you or somebody else, right? So when her soap hit my skin, I'm washing, straight up smell like Fruity fucking Pebbles. And it was so yummy, man. I'm just sitting in my tub like, I want to eat this shit. And I got out and I'm like, oh, I need a big bowl of Fruity Pebbles. That shit was a bomb. I called her and told her, I'm like, girl, your shit made me smell like Fruity Pebbles. It was identical, yeah. It was identical. Fruity Pebbles. And that's not what the soap smells like. But when it hit my skin, it turned into Fruity Pebbles. You can't make this shit up, y'all. I'm telling you. Y'all get Marlene's Love Spell soap. That shit is the bomb. I love it. I've heard of hot foot, but what is it used for? It's used to get rid of somebody. Somebody you don't want around. You make their feet hot and they run away. Hand with the eye. Okay, good. I was like, I guessed that. They've been gone on vacation, so waiting for them to come back. Can't believe you trust me with it. Just don't fuck yourself up with it. Please don't make me regret saying it to you. I got this here like she gonna be texting me going, no, I got it on me. That's why I don't sell it public, y'all. That shit is harsh. No, for real, you're deploying that. You better wear gloves. I would suggest some kind of face mask and goggles. Like, you do not want that shit on you. You don't want that on your nose. You don't want it nowhere on you, nowheres. Like, be super fucking careful with that shit. You're gonna be in hell if you get that shit on you, for real. I need some of that evil hot foot for when I go back to Florida. My mom is sick again, so I'm heading back. Seriously, the regular hot foot will do the job. Regular hot foot will do the job. Like, my killer hot foot is for very extreme situations. My regular hot foot will do the job, I promise. Y'all don't need that killer shit. And that's where that fucker child molester is. I know I need to leave him alone, but he needs to leave me alone first. So is he fucking with you? Is he threatening you? You'll do it sober? Thank you. Please don't fuck yourself up with that, because I'll be all like, damn, what the fuck did I do? I need to be careful about those ladybugs. They're not real ladybugs. You will find those fuckers stuck on your dog's mouths and killing them. Those things are different and are carnivorous. Only what? I never had none on my dogs. You know what else we got down here? Do you know what kissing bugs are? Did y'all ever hear of kissing bugs? They're like, they're these color, they're like black and they have like an orange stripe on them. And they bite your lips when you're sleeping. And they carry some kind of like, some kind of bacteria or something when they bite you. Kind of like mosquitoes, how they spread West Nile and all that shit. Like they have a bacteria. And when they bite you, it gets in your blood. And you get all infected and shit. Kissing bugs do the same thing. They have some kind of weird ass bacteria, and when they bite your lips, that's why they're called kissing bugs, because they bite you on the lips when you're sleeping. And they put this weird bacteria in you, and then you get all crazy sick. I think it's been killing some people too. We got them motherfuckers down here. I've seen a couple of them, and I'm like, man, I haven't seen any in my house. Thank fucking God. I have not seen any in the house. But I have seen at least 2 or 3 outside. I'm like, oh, motherfuckers. Like, I might be spraying for some bugs out there, because I don't want no kissing bugs in here. Them things are nasty as fuck. I need to hotfoot somebody. I'm just don't want to hurt the kids that's around. So you're only going to put it on something that the target's going to touch. Yeah, you definitely don't want kids to, like, you don't want kids getting in the hot foot, no. You're only going to hotfoot things that person's going to touch. Like their mailbox, their car door, something that your target alone is going to touch and nobody else is really going to touch. Now, there is a thing, when you lay it with intent, especially if you're doing it as a foot track thing, it doesn't matter who walks over, it ain't going to affect them if it's not meant for them. When you lay hot foot, you lay it with intent for a specific target. Okay, and it's not supposed to really affect anybody else that comes in contact with it. But hot foot is hot. That's why it's called hot foot. So if somebody else touches that shit and gets it in their mouth or their nose or on their eyes or skin, it is going to irritate the fuck out of them because it is fucking hot shit. But it should only remove the person it's intended to remove if you do it properly. What if you hot foot the Chimo and he goes homeless and molests someone just because his life got fucked? Just a thought, right? I'm saying, he ain't fucking with you, don't fuck with him. Holy crap, you weren't lying. That road opener is stank. I'm telling you, I don't lie. I don't lie. Nothing but truth over here. I'm gonna tell y'all exactly how it is. No candy coating, no bakery. Real deal, 100% truth. Road opener is stanky as a motherfucker, but that shit works like a... It's stanky as a motherfucker, and it works like a motherfucker. It's good shit. Like I said, I think my last live or live before that, real conjure oils don't fucking smell good. Like, I'm not saying they're all stanky, but they're not pleasant. It's not like, oh, I want to wear this shit, it smells so good. No, conjure oils aren't like that. Most of them have a tolerable scent that isn't too bad. It's not stanky, but it's not a good smell. It's just like a meh smell. Road opener stanky, yo. That's the stankiest oil I make. Good luck on your job interview. Mama's regular hot foot is the bomb, right? I'm telling y'all don't need that. Y'all don't need the killer shit. What are a few staples in a hoodoo garden? Almost indoor seed sowing time here in the north. Okay. Excellent question. I love talking about gardening, and I can't wait to get out here and get my garden started. Basil. Excellent. Mint. Excellent. Rue, herb of grace, not goat's rue. Two different kinds of rue. You don't want the goat's rue, you want the rue, herb of grace. And hyssop. Those two go together like peanut butter and jelly. You get rue and hyssop, you always use them together. Peanut butter and jelly. They complement each other like perfectly, beautifully. Basil, mint. I'm trying to think. I don't know where you're located at, because bay laurel is another great one to have around, but it's actually like a bush, and it doesn't grow in colder temperatures. So I don't know if you want to be planting that if you're in a colder climate in the winter. What else? Lemongrass, excellent for a hoodoo garden. All heal is good, but it's kind of hard to grow. But that's great to fucking have around. Lemon balm, lemon verbena, bee balm. All this shit's real good for hoodoo shit. Peppers, grow some fucking peppers. Hot peppers. All kinds of hot peppers. Excellent for hoodoo garden. He's continually fucking with me. Shut the fuck up doesn't work because he's a narcissist. Hot foot his ass. Hot foot his ass. I make a good banishing oil too. If you can't, if you're not into the powders so much, because a lot of people don't know how to use powders right. I make a banishing oil too. Just like dip a cotton ball in a banishing oil, and slip it in his pocket or something when he ain't looking. Are they stuck together by their butts? What? Who's stuck together by their butts? In Florida, they have love bugs, but they don't normally bite, but they can trash the front of your vehicles because of the guts eating away at... No, these aren't love bugs. They're actually called kissing bugs. Google them. Haven't heard about those biting. Those are different. Put some money powder on your hand or other powder on your hand and shake interview hands, or put some money rice on your way to the interview, or wear some Crown of Success oil. Might have been really good to go with that road opener for a job, or Crown of Triumph. Sorry, not Crown of Success. Yeah, that would have been good. I sell Luck and Success powder too, so I don't know if I'd so much want to use the money powder on a job interview. I would go with the Luck and Success powder that I make to get a job. But make sure you anoint your application. The applications that you're putting in for jobs, just put a little bit of that road opener oil on it, not enough to make it stinky. I'm talking like put a drop in your hand, rub your hands together, get it, on your hands, and then just touch the application, fill your application out with your hands anointed, but not so much that they're going to smell it, because it is stinky. Lemongrass, marigolds. Marigolds are excellent. You know who loves marigolds? The dead. But they're also a natural insect repellent. Like most insects hate marigolds. They hate the smell of them, and it'll actually repel them. So when I do a garden, I always plant marigolds around the edge, the entire outer edge of the garden, because it acts like a natural pest repellent. Most pests do not like marigolds, but the dead love them. Devils are low vibration entities like no control, low on the totem pole type demons. Those tend to do what they want and attach to anyone to do whatever. That's what the not today Satan type stuff. Tukawaka, I have the money rice but no powder. I was gonna put the Crown of Triumph on. There you go. Put on before the interview. Put a drop on your hands. Anoint your hands when you go in there to shake hands with your potential new employer. And you should be good. You could also put some in your shoes. Put some green money rice in your wallet. Put it in your billfold in your wallet. Question, is hoodoo witchcraft? I wonder. I mean, technically not. It's not technically witchcraft. It's more of a folk magic tradition. I mean, witchcraft is an umbrella term. Witchcraft is just, I mean, Bergeria, it's an umbrella term. It encompasses all kinds of practices. So most people would say, you know, if you're doing any kind of spiritual shit, you're doing witchcraft. Is hoodoo considered witchcraft? Not so much. It's more of a folk magic tradition, more than just a general witchcraft. Keeps away when you get the serious ones, like the actual goetic entities that requires angelic intervention. Marjoram, good one. Pretty Pebbles! Thank you, Tugawaka. I've got lots of seeds to get. Yeah. I love talking about the garden. Can I have a friend put the Q-tip with the banishing oil on it on the guy's truck vent under his windshield wiper before I get down there? Or do I have to do it so I don't know why you put it on the vent on a windshield wiper. He's not going to touch that. Put it on his door handle. Probably be a better outcome. Not a Q-tip, a cotton ball. Dip a cotton ball, stick it in his pocket, stick it in something he's gonna fucking touch and carry with him. Good question. What's the best thing you can do when dealing with a narcissist or sociopath? I have someone I have been dealing with giving me hell. So the best thing you can do, because narcissists are really hard to work on because they're narcissists. So the best thing you can do to a narcissist is pull this wool from everybody's eyes around them. Right? Because they're a hard target to work on themselves because they're narcissistic. So their best allies is the people around them that they're fooling, right? So what you want to do is pull the wool off everyone's eyes that's around them so they see them for what they really are. You're welcome, Astro Dill, Blessed Thistle, Rosemary, Lavender. Look, you're full of it. Yeah, rosemary is excellent. Always plant rosemary by your garden gate. Lavender always for luck. So they say. I don't really think lavender's lucky. But lavender is very good for peaceful, calming, tranquility. It's good for friendship. All that kind of stuff. So lavender is always great to have in a witch's garden. Catnip. Yeah, I grow catnip just for my cats. I do. I grow it just for my cats. Like I don't use it in a whole lot of work, but then again, I don't do a whole lot of love work. So, and that's what catnip's for. Catnip's for love work. So I'm not doing a lot of love work for y'all because y'all ain't paying me right. So y'all can't afford my love work. Let me just put it that way. You can't afford me. The catnip, I do plant that, but it's just for my cats. Like, seriously, I plant it, I dry it out, and it'll last the whole winter. I just give some to my cats every once in a while. Door handle, get it, has to touch it, sweet, yep. What about abusive relationship? What about it? You ask what you do about an abusive relationship? You leave. That's what you do. And see, that's another thing, man. Everybody wants a spiritual solution to all of life's problems. And I've said it 100 times. Spirit ain't gonna work for you if you are not doing the mundane physical things to make the work manifest. If somebody's abusive, leave them. Period. Spirit ain't gonna do shit for you. Spirit ain't gonna do shit for you until you leave the abusive person. Simple as that. You need to do the physical, real world, mundane things to back up what you're going to ask Spirit to do. I've said this 100 times. If you can't do love work and sit on your fucking couch, and watch TV and expect Mr. or Mrs. Right is going to come knocking on your door. It doesn't work that way. You got to go out. You got to meet people. You got to mingle. You got to socialize. You got to go where people are in order for that love to come to you. You can't fucking do prosperity and sit on your butt and not work. Not do anything to get the money. Like, at least go to the fucking casino or play some lottery or something. You gotta do something in the physical world to back up any work that you're doing. Spirit ain't gonna help you. They ain't gonna do all the work. You gotta do most of the work. Take a bath and catnip and drive the boys crazy. Really? I never tried that one. That's cool. Baggage is too much. How do you pull the wool? So, for a narcissist, yeah, I would work on I'd do a head working. I'd do a head working specifically focusing on the eyes of the people around them so they see clearly. I'm not going to tell y'all specifically how to do work. I don't do that. I give you ideas. I always give you ideas, but I'm not going to tell you exactly how to do something. This is not hand everything to you in a silver platter hour. But I'll point you in the right direction. Do something with a skull candle to affect the eyes of people. Just put it that way. Red clover and alfalfa. Alfalfa is a good one. Alfalfa is excellent for money. Red clover is for love. I had a professional unmasking done, but I think she's fake after watching your channel. Professional unmasking done. I think she's fake. Oh, are you saying you paid somebody else to do work to unmask the narcissist and it didn't work? No, I'm just saying, yeah, narcissists ain't gonna take their mask off. You can't work on a narcissist because they're narcissists. You can't do it. You gotta work on the people around them. As I thought, my friend is in that. What about hoodooing a man or woman you want? Hey, Maleko Sala, dejected Dave. Coenda Congo. Hoodooing a man or woman? Yeah, you can hoodoo people. So, man, don't take this the wrong way. I don't want to run you off, and I'm trying to be, like, as nice to people as I possibly can. But it seems like I have talked about these people that kind of, I want to use the word eclectic, but eclectic is not really the word for it because eclecticism kind of mashes everything together. But it is kind of along the lines of eclectic because people like that kind of, they just go with whatever's going to work. They don't give a fuck what it is. As long as it works, they don't fucking care. So you just want to use hoodoo to get somebody, like a relationship or something. That's what you want to use hoodoo for? Like, not really fond of people that do that. I'm just saying. Like, like, people try everything. And I said this 100 times. They go, they go to the Wiccan and that don't work. And they go to the Satanism and that don't work. And they go to the Witchcraft and that don't work. So then they come to hoodoo. And they're like, oh, maybe this will work. Yeah, it's not one of my favorite things that people do. Let me just put it that way. You just run into whatever the fuck's gonna work. You kind of gotta pick something. Pick a path and stick with it, you know what I mean? Love work is so boring. I don't want to do it. I don't want anyone who isn't interested. So I don't understand it. I mean, I kind of agree with that, but it has its place, just like all other work has its place. Love work has its place. Everything has its place and everything has its lane. There are uses for everything. And hoodoo love work is very old. It was back in the day. It was really important to have a man around. It was really important for the survival of the family, for the survival of lineage. The man was a breadwinner. A man brought that shit home. Nowadays, it's not as important as it used to be, but there are long-standing and long-time tricks in hoodoo for keeping a man, getting a man, and like all that kinds of shit. Because it was detrimental back in the day when you know hoodoo was the thing for survival. It was detrimental. Like you had to have a man to survive. So it has its place, just like everything else. You so nice. I know, right? What do I request on your site to get your spell work on removing the wool? What would it be called? It'd be called a reading. I don't do no work without a reading. First, you're going to book a reading. You already got your reading. Man. I don't know. Everything is screaming at me, just leave it alone, for real. Everything is screaming, leave it alone. Because I know, you know what you're doing, you know what you're coming into, you know what you're stepping into. Like, put that shit aside, man. You got, like, way more important things to worry about right now than, you know, fucking with some dude. For real, you got way more important thing. Like, I hope you wrote down the reading that I gave you. I hope you paid attention because, like, this shit is a fucking commitment. It is a bigger commitment than marriage. Like, you're about to do some major, life-altering, crazy shit. And that's what you should be focused on. You should not be worrying about this other shit. Like, you need to focus on the road in front of you. Like, for real. You got to honor the ancestors of the practice, the ancestors of hoodoo. Boom! Tukawaka dropped that mic. Boop! Absolutely. I've heard of prosperity makudos. How do you use them? I can't get into how to use a makudo. Unless you get one from me, I'm gonna tell you how to use it. But you ain't get one, like, you're gonna have to get a reading. Because makudos are very customized for situation and person. So I can't tell you how to use a makudo. I can't. Yep, we need men, man. I know, girl. You know, shut up. You know, history, girl. You know what I'm saying. I said it's not so much nowadays, but that's where this shit come from. That's why there's so many very good works that work in hoodoo for getting a man, getting a lover, keeping a man, you know, keeping him home, all of that fucking shit. It's all that fucking shit. Because a man was very detrimental to your survival. I'm sitting outside and a lady just came and did some kind of ritual in the parking lot driveway. She had a jar and wiped herself down and left her head covering. But I could be tripping? She left her head covering? So that sounds like she was, that sounds like something was trying to get removed. She had a jar. Wiped herself down. Do you know what she wiped herself down with? Because usually if you're wiping yourself down, you're trying to get rid of something. I don't know why you leave the head covering behind. Like, you need to keep that on. Or she didn't know what she was doing or something. 6 flower petals? Can you do a tongue work on an arc? Yeah. Yeah, you can do that. Personal goals for 2020. I am not talking about my goals. I'm moving in silence and walking my path. I own the prize. I don't do that shit. And I tell you, I got people that are in a fucking mess right now because they didn't fucking listen to me. Y'all keep your mouths shut. Keep your mouths shut. Never tell people what you know. Never tell people your next move. Move in fucking silence. Rule number 1. Don't open your fucking mouth ever. I got some clients right now that fucked up some shit because they done run their fucking mouth. And now shit gonna be all fucked up. Now there's gonna be more shit. Because they ain't listen. Move in silence. Keep your mouth shut. Don't be telling people what you're doing. Don't tell people what you're planning on doing. Zip it. I just don't understand why someone would want someone who is a cheater to love work to get a good guy, yes, but not keep a shitbag. Yeah, that's understandable. But even back in the day, that had its place. What they say, boys will be boys. I mean, back in the day, it didn't matter if he was really cheating. It mattered if he was bringing a bread home, putting it on the table, supporting the family, you know, all that kind of shit. But we're talking about back in the day, hoodoo. It is a court reading only for initiated traditions. Absolutely not. Anybody can get a court reading. Everybody out there has a spiritual court. Every single one of y'all has a spiritual court. You can get a court reading and not have to be in any kind of tradition. I love using catnip. Never using your tainted love oil for personal use ever again. Right? See, I was telling somebody about that the other night. Somebody was messaging me on Instagram and they were like talking about getting the tainted love oil, and I'm like trying to warn them. I'm like, yeah, you probably better get the true love oil, because obviously this person was not very experienced in doing any kind of work. So I'm like, dude, you don't want to start with that one. Like, get the other one. You don't want to start with that one for real. Like, it's going to be too much. And Marlene is an experienced worker, and it was too much for her. So yeah, newbies, stay away from the tainted love. Get the true love. That's why I make 2 different love oils. Because tainted love, not everybody can handle that shit. Just saying. That worker that I hired, that's how she makes bank over and over and over and over. She knows it's a narc, but it's her payroll? I don't know what I'm not getting about this. She makes bank over and over and over again because of a narc. I'm not understanding how that works. Go ahead and tell the story. Only ever going to use the true love oil for personal use. I can't handle your tailor. I ain't telling the story. Tell a damn story. So do I honor the ancestors? Hoodoo is like honoring my own ancestors. No, it's not, because they're not your ancestors. You don't honor all spirits the same. So you're going to do different shit with your ancestors than you're going to do with ancestors of a tradition. I think what Tugawako was saying was a lot of people try to whitewash the hoodoo, and they don't pay homage to the ancestors, the roots, and where it comes from. Like, you really need to study the African diaspora, and you need to study, you know, the lowland and the times of slavery and all that stuff to understand hoodoo, why it works, how it works, where it comes from, and pay homage to those ancestors, because those ancestors are the reason that it survives today. They passed it on through lineage to people, so you have to pay homage to those ancestors. I'll tell y'all a great fucking book that wants to learn anything about Southern root work, hoodoo, diaspora, African traditions, all this shit. It's not a fucking spell book. Y'all probably ain't gonna be interested. Rituals of Resistance. African Atlantic religion in the Congo and the lowland South. This is an excellent book. If you wanting to get into African type traditions and hoodoo and any of the stuff that came from the diaspora, I recommend you read this book on the history of where and why and how it works and where it comes from. If you want to do this shit. It's not a spell book. It's not going to give you tricks. It's not going to do any of that shit, but you're going to fucking understand it way better. I haven't used a jar in a while. I usually use a calabash gourd or something else. Naturally, yeah. If you say Assalamu alaikum, I imagine you would. Yeah, that's what we use. For real, marriage was for survival and legal rights for us women, not so much for love. And we got fucked up ideas of what love is nowadays. Yeah, love now. Damn, is it raining like that? Holy shit, it just started pouring out here. Damn, can y'all hear it? It's like really coming down. I hope my ceiling don't leak. Yeah, Tukawaka is 100% fucking right. This internet, you know, smartphone, fucking everything online generation has no fucking clue of what real relationships are, or what real commitment is, of what, you know, these kids nowadays ain't got none of this shit. I don't even know what's gonna happen to our fucking species. I don't know. You know, the letter of this year came out for some traditions, and it's like, you know, a lot of fucking STDs. Like, seriously, it was like STDs, promiscuity, adultery, like all this crazy shit going on in the world. And I'm just sitting there like, la 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 la. Damn. It looked like a kind of broom, but maybe trip. So she wiped herself down with a broom. She had a jar and she left her head covered. That totally sounds like she was cleaning herself. Yeah, you clean yourself with a broom or a bunch of, like a bundle of sticks or, you know, limbs with leaves on them or something like that. Yeah. Sounds like she was cleaning herself from something. I don't know why she'd leave that shit in the middle of a parking lot where any Joe Schmo little kid or anybody walking by would pick it up or get that shit. That's kind of irresponsible. But that sounds like what was being done. Hello from Georgia. Hello, Kimberly. Any candle services for January? Yes, there's one this Saturday for prosperity. We already did the road opener for the new year. This will be the prosperity for the new year. The next week is protection. The week after that is healing and general blessings. And then the cycle will start over again. And as always, y'all, I always offer, you know, the personal candle settings as well. Like, you don't have to wait for the community setting, even though they are the bomb.com. You don't have to wait. Or if I'm doing, you know, community services and your issue isn't addressed in any of those services, you can always come get a personal vigil set. I got one for prosperity. The person told me to put by the door or windows. You got, oh, a Makuto? You got a Makuto for prosperity. And I told you to put it by the door. I'm like, well, I'll listen to him. Who you get a Makuto from? Like, did you get it online or like from a Botanica or something? Like, who did you get it from? That would be my question. What is tainted love oil? What happened? You tell the shit, Marlene. Your true love oil is the bomb. Kind of scared to use your tainted. Yeah, you should be scared to use it. Listen to Marlene's story. She missed 2 weeks worth of class, and that's what happened. And I was taking 6 classes because she couldn't walk. That's why she missed classes. Her hip was like thrown out of fucking joint. Her payroll, as in she keeps working these spells for people, and it's $3.50 a spell. So when it works for a bit, but stops, they need more and more and more and more instead of saying what you said to just leave. I mean, nothing's permanent. I can't, nothing's permanent. Now, I know there are some unethical workers out there that put things in some of their stuff that makes them quit working after a period of time, so people do have to come back to them. I don't do that, but I know some people that do that. It's a little trick a lot of people use to keep you coming back, but you don't even have to do that shit because nothing works forever, ever, ever. Something is gonna quit working after a while. I mean, you might get a lot of years, like, I make the mojo hands and Gregory's and all that shit. As long as you keep following the instructions for those things, they should work for you for a long ass time, like years to come. But I'm not saying that someday it's gonna quit working. And nothing lasts forever. You know what I mean? But my shit gonna last you a good long time. Let me put it that way. All traditions have ancestors. To mash it up or just use for yourself disrespects their blood and sweat. Another mic drop. Boop. That's my girl. Rituals of Resistance is an amazing book along with African cosmology and of the Bantu Congo. Yeah, for people with certain traditions. I don't know if I would recommend that to everybody. Certain traditions, I might recommend that shit. There's another book, The Congolese St. Anthony. Have you read that one? That's a really good fucking book too. Campavita. Excellent book. But this one could be for everybody and anybody. Okay? Any tradition or any walk of life that is seeking to learn more about African traditions, the transatlantic slave trade, the diaspora, how these traditions were preserved and how they spread. This is an excellent book that I would recommend to anybody out there. Don't matter how much I keep my pie hole shut. My husband turns around and tells everyone every fucking thing. Man, then he wonders why shit gets fucked up. Tongue, he's tongue longer than the Mississippi River. That's a good saying. I might use that one. So quit telling him everything. I don't tell my husband everything. He don't know half the shit that I'm doing in here. He's out there doing his music and his own thing. I'm in here doing my thing. This is my thing, not his thing. I'll give him some juicy little tidbits once in a while. I'll be like, man, I just did this reading and it's some fucked up shit, but it ain't nothing. He ain't gonna run saying nothing anyway, but I don't tell him everything. Don't tell anybody, don't tell him everything. If you know he's gonna talk, don't tell him. You can watch and see that there is a good point where a good worker would say, leave that fucker, but she doesn't because it's another couple months and a $350 spell. That should tell you something right there. If every spell somebody does costs the same, that should tell you something right there. Spirit ain't setting that price. Spirit ain't setting that price. Every work I do costs different. Because Spirit knows what people can afford and what they can do and what they need to do. Spirit sets price, not me. Everything, anybody come here and gets custom work, is going to be a different cost every time. And even if, let's say, for example, somebody came and got the same work from me twice, it's probably going to be a different cost each time, even though it's the same work. Because I don't set the price, Spirit sets the price. If somebody's charging an across-the-board price for all spell work, that should tell you right there that they're a fucking scammer. That shit is not fucking real deal. Red flag. I'm helping y'all. Is Starcast's Hoodoo books good for beginners? Yeah, Starcast is alright. I take some of it with a grain of salt. Same thing with the Denise Alvarado books. There's some good things in there, and there's some shit in there that ain't quite right. None of them got it, 100% right. Some people throw monkey wrenches in there just, throw people off. Starcast is her books are good for beginners, yes, but take everything with a grain of salt. I was going to say that. That's what I meant. Those love spells, and they are not just on her channel. It's a big money, and the end will rarely come out like they want. Love spells hardly ever come out the way you think they're going to come out. You speak the truth, and it's okay. Wait, you speak the truth that it's okay under certain circumstances. Yeah, everything has its place. Time and place for everything. If there wasn't, these things wouldn't exist. Oh wow, I'm on that for real. Will prosperity work since I didn't get the road open? I mean, it should help. I mean, I definitely always recommend getting the road opener. That's why I start with the road opener. The cycle always starts with a road opener because it'll open the roads and remove obstacles for all the other community services that follow it. But yeah, you can still join it without having the road opener, absolutely. Will it work as well? I can't guarantee that, but you should see something out of it. You should definitely see some kind of money come from it. It might not be as good as it would have been, but you should definitely see something out of it. How does one use your love oils? I'm interested in buying one. So it really depends on your target and what you're trying to do on how you're going to use it. They can be used in millions of different ways. Millions of different ways. It depends if you're trying to like get somebody's interest or if you're actually already with somebody. If you're trying to bring an ex back, it depends on the situation, on really how they're going to be utilized and work best. Holy shit, no tainted love oil for me. I'm telling y'all, that shit ain't fucking lightweight. Just got the book Stick, Stones, Root, and Bones. Excellent book. Excellent, excellent, excellent book. I recommend that book to anybody too. She is self-taught, so I don't really think her stuff is real at all. Who are you talking? Are you talking about Star Cassis? She been in the game a long time, y'all. A long time. Like, I'm not a huge follower of hers, but I know people that are. I know people that are friends with her, and I've never really heard bad things that much, so I say go with it. You probably know him. I don't want to give his name here. He's a Polero. Oh, where you got the Makuto? Shit. PM me. PM me. Let me know where you got that shit. Like, I mean, if they're telling you how to use it, then fucking do what the fuck they're saying. What, is it not working? Is that the problem? My grandma always told me that everybody don't need to know everything. Mic drop. Kimberly, her love oil is excellent. I have had no time to make my own love oils lately, and I use Voodoo Midnights to load my candles. Works like a charm every time. It's because I'm the bomb at love work, y'all. I'm telling you, my love oils are all you're going to get from me, though, because you can't afford my love work. Y'all can't afford it. Working Conjure by Hoodoo Moise is a good beginner book for those that... Yes, that's an okay book as well. Okay, I'll get it. I found her months before I found you, unfortunately. But you here now, that's all that matters. Question, can I use few oils for candle burning spell, so do one elay? Are you asking if you can use more than one oil in one type of work with a candle? Yes, you can, but it depends on the oils and we wanted to mash together and what you're using, because some things don't work together. Okay, great. I will be on the candle services and oils. I just wanted to increase my dating. Separated lady here. I want more attention as well as gifts with dinner dates, no commitments. The tainted love oil, as I explained to this client the other night, it's more of a dominating, controlling love oil. Okay? So it's definitely not for commitments. Let me just put it that way. It's not for commitments. But you got to be really careful with that oil. You got to really know your target. Your target is strong will. If they're narcissists, if they, all these kinds of things that they're not going to take well to a dominating type of work. They're going to fight it, and it's probably going to piss them off. You really got to know your targets when you're doing this shit. Now, the True Love oil is for more commitment type stuff, but it's a lot friendlier oil. It works in a way that it promotes friendship and true love. That's why it's called True Love. It promotes more of a friendship and loving, giving, commitment, true love kind of vibe over the tainted love oil. But if you're not looking for a commitment, I don't know. I would suggest if you try using the True Love oil and you put into the intent that you don't want a commitment, that you just maybe you want some really good friendships, or something like that. You want to attract people to you, it's good for that. But reiterate the intent that you don't want a commitment and you're just looking for, like some good friendships and stuff like that. I also make a love drawing gree-gree. Now, this is not something, how do I explain it? The love drawing gree-gree is for attraction. Let me put it that way. It's to attract people to you, and it can be for like a specific one person target if you speak to it that way. But it's definitely a very attractive gree-gree. It'll draw people in. That's what it's supposed to do. One oil or more on the candle. Yeah, you can use more than one oil on one candle, but it really depends on what you're doing. And like, for example, let's say you were doing something for, let's say, road opening. You want to do a road opener. You could do road opener oil, and you could also do something like High John the Conqueror oil or like Crown of Triumph oil. Like, you could mix those together because it's the same goal. Get it? So like, you can do more than one. I usually make my oils, and the works I do are usually specific for one goal. But sometimes I do mix that shit. If I do a road opener, I might throw in some success in there. It depends on what the specific goal of my client is, on what I'm going to add to it. But you can put more than one oil on one candle depending on what it is. Regarding the worker that is not who I am talking about, I don't want to call her out. Yeah, we don't like calling names on this channel so much. Do you sell an ancestor honor? I absolutely do. It's ancestor oil. It's called Bakulu oil, and all the dead love it. Marlene will attest to that. Like, her ancestors demand it constantly now that she's used it a few times. My dad and my ancestors absolutely love it. My Bakulu love it, and they guided me to create the oil, which is why I called it after them, the Bakulu. Bakulu Ancestor Oil is thebomb.com, but I will warn you, once you give it to your ancestors, they're going to want it all the time. They're going to want it all the time. They're going to want it on every candle. They're going to want it on all kinds of shit. So just be prepared to be buying a lot of it. In fact, Marlene, I think the last time Marlene placed the order for it, like, she sent me her own bottle. It was like a 2 ounce, like a big bottle. And she wanted it filled up. Or it was 4 or 6 ounce. It was a big bottle. I actually made it specifically, like, because I didn't have enough to fill that big bottle for her. So I had to make some specifically for her for that bottle. But yeah, ancestors love it, and they will demand it. Once you start giving it to them, be warned. I like dominating. Oh, well, and you might go with the tainted love oil. Just know that it comes with a warning label. That's all I'm saying. I'll tell you privately, but not on here. Okay, good idea. I enjoy Mojo working the old African American hoodoo system as a good history. Although it doesn't go into much work. I liked it, although I don't know a whole lot, so who knows? I actually haven't read that. I was trying to cast my first love spell and haven't gotten results yet. Well, if it's your first one, then I'm not actually surprised you haven't gotten any results. It's trial and error. A lot of trial and error when you're starting out. A lot of blowing yourself up till shit goes right. Okay, Gypsy PM me. Don't add cinnamon to the tainted love oil. My oils come ready, made, and prepared. Don't be adding shit. Marlene learned the hard way. Don't add shit to my oils. Because number one, you don't know what's in my oils, and not all ingredients work together. Some ingredients clash. Number two, it might have already had a certain ingredient in it, and you just like tenfolded it. They come ready to use. Don't add shit. I love greed fry. Do you need my personal concerns, or you just make it with attraction herbs and no gree? I don't need anything. I don't need anything to make a gree. I just make it for attraction. No, the only thing I need personal concerns for is actually personalized work and like the jack balls and stuff like that. My ancestors only want that Bakulu oil, right? Dude, if I give them a candle without that oil on it, like they will fucking throw a fit. They'd be like, "Where's my oil?" Dress that fucking candle. Like sometimes I'll be in a hurry and I'll be seeing a light went out or something. I'll be like, "Oh shit, let me throw another light up here," and like not even thinking I don't throw oils on it or something. And they start bitching. They like, "Give me my shit." Bought a big ass 2-ounce bottle. Yeah, because I sell it in 0.5. That's right. Okay, I'm okay with that. As long as the ancestors are happy, I'm happy. That is excellent. Excellent. You're doing it right. You're doing it right. As long as they're happy, you happy. Exactly. Exactly. You got it. Bullseye. I was going to buy it, but I am too new, but afraid because I still don't know what I'm doing, so I'm waiting to get the Bakulu. Well, I mean, you don't have to, if you're working with your ancestors, they will love it. They will love it, and they will love it so much they will demand it all the time. That's what I'm saying. If you're going to start giving it to them, be prepared to be getting it all the time because they're going to want it. They're going to be like, where my shit? I used your tainted love oil on my husband. Lord, I added too much, and his head, while he slept, like I soaked his head in oil one night, and I woke up to him putting it in my head. What? Don't tell me that that's actually the way it read. Like he was putting it in your head. It is in his member. In your, is that in a, is that what you're saying? Did I get that? Gree for attraction. Gotta try. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it'll attract all kinds of loving good things to you. Gypsy Moo said, ha 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 ha. Bad hubby, no. I don't know, man. My oils are the bomb. I don't know to tell you. But I will tell you, if you buy in shit from my site, please make sure you read the entire description on anything you're going to buy. Because some of that shit comes with a warning label. I'm just saying. Some people buy the shit and they ain't reading the description and the warnings. Read everything. If you're buying something from my site, read the description entirely before you buy something. Some shit comes with warnings. And I even got shit, people have allergies. One or two of my oils are made with peanut oil and shit like that. So that shit is going to be in the description. If there is an allergen, a known allergen in any of my oils, I'm going to state it. Make sure y'all are reading the full descriptions on the websites before you buy shit. I try to use, the most hypergenic oils that I can, but some shit needs certain kinds of energies to work right. Some oils need to be made with peanut oil. Like, that's the way they work good. So, most of them I try to stay hyperallergenic and try to stay away from allergens and shit that I know a lot of people have. So just read the damn descriptions for your buying shit, I'm just saying. Read the warning label, for God's sakes. Telling you. This is what happens when you both crazy. Okay. Any other questions? This shit's done. That shit's about to be done. So, actually, let me shut this door up real quick. No, I'm not going to shut the door up. Because I don't want to move that just yet. My luck, I'm going to be trying to do it in a hurry because I'm on a live. I'm going to spill the shit. No. I'll do it in a minute. I am spit laughing at the Tainted Love comment that you responded to. Did he put it in your mouth or part of your head? Right? I'm like, what is it? Define it. Tell me what it is. She just said it. What is it? Can I use road opener oil for a friend staying here? He owes me a lot of money and not paying rent and not working for a while. Is he actively seeking employment? Number one. Because if he's not actively trying to seek employment or get money in some way, shape, or form, road opener oil is pretty harmless. It's one of them things that's like not really going to do no harm to do. But it might not work the way you're wanting it to work. Like, you want him to get some money, get a job, so he pays you back. If he's not actively seeking employment, if he's not putting in applications, if he's just laying around and being a loaf and not doing anything in the mundane physical world to manifest that, then it's probably not going to work the way you hoping it going to work. Just saying, everything has to be backed up. He put it in my head just like I did. Okay, so is it the oil? Define it. We don't know what it is. What did he put in your head? What is it? Did he put the oil on your head like you put it on his head, or did he put it in your head? Like, what is it? I have a question. What is your name? My name's Nikki. I go by Yai Nikki. Also called Moonu Midnight. Some call me Mama. But most people call me Yai Nikki or Moonu Midnight. Is what I go by. But my name's Nikki. And Moonu Midnight is a play off my actual spiritual name. Like, it's not what it is, but it's a play off of it. Moonu is actually Congo, and it simply means I am. So Moonu translate to I am, and then I use midnight, so it's I am midnight. That's what Moonu Midnight means. I want to know too, better to leave that Tainted Love oil alone. Asta and Nikki, what would be a pay me what you owe me kind of thing? So, you can do that type of work. You can do the pay me what you owe me, but again, if he's not not working and not doing anything to get employment or get money, then he can't pay you what he doesn't have. You know what I mean? He has to be doing the mundane physical world things. He needs to be out looking for a job. He needs to be out putting in applications. He needs to be seeking a way to earn money to pay you what he owes you. And can you open his roads for those things to happen? Absolutely. But again, if he's not doing those things, then opening his road for it is going to do no good because he's not going out and putting in applications or looking for money or employment. So, I mean, maybe you could do something to motivate him. Oh, here comes the puppy. Here comes the puppy. Oh, here comes the puppy. Oh, come here. Look how big. Oh, she's so big. Oh, she's so big. Oh, that puppy. I love her. I love her. Hey, are you letting him out or what? Now she's getting comfy. Look at her. Oh! Hey! Don't knock that!
Huh?
Do not touch that! Don't touch it!
Can you go around it?
No, they gotta... Sorry. That was about to be a huge kerfuffle. Oh my god, you guys are freaking me out. You're making my heart like pound. Like, for real. Go out, go out. Sorry, my heart is just like jumping out of my chest. Like that could have been really bad. Nice chair, the maniac. You talking about my couch? I don't know what maniac has to do with it, but it is a nice couch. He said he is also trying to get unemployment and disability. So is he actually trying to get those things though? If he actually put in the application for unemployment, disability is going to be tougher. It's hard to get disability, y'all, and I guarantee you, you're going to be denied the first time. Guarantee it. They deny everybody the first time. And the only way you're going to get it is go back with a lawyer. We can work on that. If he actually put in the applications and doing the work, we can work on that. Marlene's on fire. What goes on a hoodoo altar besides a Bible and a cross? So, whatever saint you're working with, a glass of water and a candle. You can also have rosary. You know the statues with the praying hands. Like I got one of them on mine. Really, it's your spell book and your cross and whatever saint you're working with, a glass of water for communication and a light for light. All them tattoos, right? I'm getting more too. I'm getting more this weekend. I was supposed to get them on New Year's Eve, but dude got super fucking busy, so we rescheduled for this weekend. Get more. And I'm getting them for free, which is the best part. Free tattoos are the best tattoos. Pleasure to meet you, Yaya. You as well. You've been here quite a while. I've seen you a long time. There's moths coming in here now. I gotta shut this door. No, he put the oil on your head. Okay. It is oil. Okay. Hold on, y'all. I want to shut this door real quick and try not to spill this damn thing. Oh, dear Lord, don't spill. Do. I didn't spill it. taught her to ring the bell to go potty, and she's ringing it. Honey, she's ringing the bell. She's like ringing it. Did you hear it? Hey, she's ringing the bell. You gotta let her out. Give her a cookie. I taught the puppy how to ring a bell to go potty. Or did you just want to come in here with mommy? Is that what you wanted? No, you gotta go outside. Go outside. Go outside. You rang the bell. You go outside. Madhouse, y'all. I'm telling you, it's a madhouse. I think she just wanted to come in and be with me, though. Oh. Okay, Gypsy, keep your mouth closed at night. I hope you don't snore. Yo, Marlene snores. Marlene snores like a motherfucker. Question, in Hoodoo, why do they call people Papa and Mama for, I wonder, because they usually were that kind of figure in the community. You gotta understand, back in the day, real Hoodoo workers, there was like one in a whole town. And everybody knew who the fucking worker was, and everybody went to that worker. And they were sought not only for work, but they were sought for divination and wisdom and advice and everything. So people would call them Papa and Mama as like an honorary title because they served that kind of purpose in the community. I understand? So they would be giving good advice like your mama would or your papa would, and they'd be helping you out of rough situations like your mom or your papa would. So it's kind of like an honorary title, but there are too many. Too many mamas and papas, in my opinion. Everybody nowadays, mama and papa. Mama this, papa that. You know, I don't know. But in the old days, it was an honorary title in Hoodoo. For the community. I know you just want to see me. I know. Yes, you're all wet. You're all wet. It's raining. Good girl ringing a bell. You give her a cookie. You get me all muddy now. I'm in white.
Baby.
Go. Get your cookie. Go get your cookie. I love her. She's such a queen. Smart, too, man. I taught her to ring this bell to go potty. Okay. No, you lock it. I'll knock when I went out.
I'm going to bed.
Oh, you're going to bed. All right. Give her a cookie. She rang the bell. Oh my God, y'all, it's a damn madhouse around here, I'm telling you. So I taught her to ring the bell because we were having trouble potty training, because though she knew, she knows not to potty in the house, she didn't know how to tell us that she had to go potty. So I got her trained on the bell. It only took about 2 weeks. So she rings the bell when she wants to go potty. Smart dog. German Shepherds are excellent dogs. Our thoughts were so much better. I think we'll keep that stuff. Right? What happened to Tukawaka? Did she fucking just vanish on us? Marlene, my mind don't even go there. Yeah, that's the story we're telling. I heard you mention Mountain Dirt earlier. What is it used for? It's used for all kinds of different things. So Mountain Dirt is used for everything. Has two sides now, two sides of the coin. So Mountain Dirt could be used, for example, foundation, stability, high ground, wisdom, clarity, all that kinds of shit. But it can also be used to disrupt things, to shake shit up, all that kind of shit too. There's two sides to every coin. The oil on my head, we both look crazy as hell. So you dumped like the whole bottle on his head. And he dumped it on you. That's why it has a dropper. Like, precise measuring. All my oils come with a dropper. He's working with a caseworker, and she's submitting stuff for him and a psychiatrist for disability. A lit of mail come today from unemployment. Okay, so yeah, you can definitely do some road opener to help him out. You can also do something like Crown of Triumph or Crown of Success. to help out his goals and getting this shit done. And hopefully, when he got this shit done, he'll fucking pay you back. But yeah, if he's actually doing the mundane things he needs to do, then a road opener would definitely help. Can I put Congo Nigerian mask statues on that altar? So no, I would not recommend that. Because you don't... No. And I think I mentioned this on the last live, like, people like to try and lump African into one thing. It's African. It's not a thing. Like, African has its own countries inside the continent, right? And different countries have different tribes and different religious systems and different traditions, and them tribes be warring and fighting each other. So I would not recommend putting masks and stuff like that on a hoodoo altar, because you don't want to dishonor, let's say, you called in some Nigerian ancestors, you put a Congo mask up there, you're going to dishonor the Yoruba, so you don't know. So you don't want to be doing that. African is not African. It's different things. You can't just all lump them into one umbrella of African. Like, can't do that. It doesn't work like that. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend putting that kind of stuff up there. I have been following you for quite a while. In my head, you're the light-skinned lady with locks. Thank you for all. Well, thank you. And it's so funny. Man, and this is the third person that has told me this. I have a client that I'm working for. They're in Mexico, and I don't know who it was. It was like his dad's sister's wife's mom, or like something to that. Yeah, like not a direct relation, but someone who's kind of in the family or something. And I guess she's some kind of really good at spiritista or something. And I guess they let her see the work I've been doing for them and the things I'm telling her to do and stuff. And she actually watched one of my videos and said that, I'm white on the outside, but I'm on the inside, I'm a black person or something. And I'm not saying that at all. I'm not claiming that. I've never done my ancestry DNA yet. As far as I know, all my ancestors are white. But that's actually the third reader who's told me that. I've had 3 readers tell me that I have the spirit of a black lady in me, and I'm not saying that is a thing. I'm just saying that's what 3 different people have told me, and I just think it's really weird and really funny, because I'm not trying to be that. I'm not, that's not a claim I'm making. I'm just saying this is what 3 different readers have told me. I don't know if I quite. I got a big nose. I don't know. This nose runs in my family. If you're a Farland, you got this nose. We all have this huge honking nose. And even I got pictures of my ancestors, like my great-great-grandparents. I got a picture over here, and I can see him where the nose came from. Like, my great-great-great-grandfather had this nose, and he's passed it on to, like, everybody down the line. Everybody got this damn nose. We all got giant noses. But no, I have not done my ancestry, have not done my DNA. Now, I do know for a fact, though, that in my spiritual court, I have a plethora of Congos, and I have a plethora of Haitians in my spiritual court. So maybe that's what people are picking up, and surrounding me. I have a lot of these types of energies in my court. I'm initiating African traditions, which gives me, that lineage and ancestors as well through initiation. I'm not saying I'm that, through blood or anything else. I'm not even making that claim. I'm trying to figure out why people say that and where it comes from. Yeah, a lot of people just call me the cool white lady. That's the cool white lady. What would you suggest in my case? So I think I said a road opener would definitely help open the roads and clear any blockages that are going to be in the way of him getting disability or unemployment or any of this stuff he's filing for. And the disability thing is going to be a bitch. I'm telling you, he's going to get denied. He's going to get denied the first time. Unemployment is going to be easier to get. You can do a road opener to clear any obstacles that are going to, kind of block that or stop that from happening. But is that going to say he's going to pay you back 100%? No, that's going to be another kind of work. Would someone please list the items for a hoodoo altar? So I think we already did that. So it's going to be like Bible, a cross, a rosary, maybe a praying hands, a glass of water, and a candle. Tukawaka had to walk home feeding her quail. Man, Tukawaka got her such a nice hobby farm. Man, she's growing her own chickens, her own quail. She got her goats for milk and like all that shit. She's doing what I want to be doing. But this spring, I'm going to be doing it. I'm going to start my garden, get my chickens. All my shit's going to be going on this spring. I don't know if I'm going to get a goat yet. I actually have to check the city ordinances and see if I can even have a goat in the city, because I'm technically in the city, which is not even a city. It's like a little pissant town. But technically, I'm in the city, so I don't know if I'm allowed to have a goat. I can't see too many people bitching about it unless it's a really noisy goat, but we're just all on the fence about a goat. I want a goat, but I don't know if I'm going to get one yet. Plus, who knows where the mask came from? Exactly. Yep, you are a sister. I read tarot. I don't know. I'm not making that claim at all. Like, I'm not trying to be that at all. I'm just being me. I just ordered some stuff. Just hold them together so you can ship them together. So you probably got a shipping notification like an hour ago, because I just finished packing up all the orders like an hour ago. So since I already printed the shipping label with the exact weight of the last package, this one is going to have to ship separately. Sorry, like you should have got me like an hour before that. I could have shipped them all together, but the labels have been printed, everything's been packed, everything's already in the mailbox. So if you put in another order, it's going to have to go separately. She just listed them already about 15 minutes ago. The cross, the Bible, praying hands, saint you are working with, and a white candle and water. There you go. Didn't y'all miss earlier when I showed you all what I got going on over here? Like, this is my hoodoo shit over here, and it's nothing but saints. All the saints I work with. And also, you gotta be knowing, all saints don't work with everybody. Just because they a saint don't mean they gonna work with your ass. I'm just saying. Just like any other spirit, not all spirits will work with everybody. Every saint ain't gonna work with everybody just because you won't work with them. And you got to build a relationship with them, just like any other person, saint, spirit, deity, or whatever. You got to build a relationship with the fucking saints if you're gonna work with them. I had a thing with Saint Anthony. Saint Anthony did not want to work with me. And it's fucked up because he's one of my Monanzo saints. So, like, I didn't really have a choice. Like, I had to fucking have St. Anthony, and he did not. I went through so much shit with St. Anthony. I went through so much shit with St. Anthony. First, okay, let me tell the story. First, I was like, I gotta get St. Anthony, because we have a white table for the Monanzo with our Monanzo saints, for the Spiritismo side. And I'm like, let me get a St. Anthony. So, like, I know a thrift store that usually has a lot of saints, right? So I go there and I find a St. Anthony. And I'm like, fucking score, man. I got my fucking St. Anthony. And as soon as I picked him up, I immediately lost $50. Like, it fell out of my pocket somewhere or something. And I'm like, that's crazy, because St. Anthony is the finder of lost objects. Like, you're not supposed to lose shit. You're supposed to gain lost things, not be losing things, right? So that was immediately fucked up. And I'm like, damn, lost $50. And then I brought him home, and shit started vanishing. Like, I had an electric cigarette that has never been found to this day, and my spirits told me it ain't never coming back. Like, he vanished that shit some fucking where. I moved. I cleaned my whole house, everything out of it, bare bones. Never found that thing. It got vanished into fucking oblivion somewhere. And it was crazy because I was smoking it, right? I sit here with it all the time. I'm smoking this shit. And I set it down for a second, turn around, it was gone. That shit got vanished. And I'm like, you know what? Something fucked up with this statue. So I started reading on it, and sure as hell, I had a bunked up fucking St. Anthony statue, which is why it was in the thrift store to begin with. Another lesson, y'all, don't buy saints from thrift stores unless you know how to clean them, how to consecrate them, and how to remove attachments and shit that's in these statues. Don't be buying them at thrift stores because they're in the thrift store for a reason. Most of these things, saint statues, especially when you see older ones, they're passed down through families, through lineages, right? Like, this is not things that people give away or get rid of. So if you see saints in thrift stores, stay away from them. They got some caca on them 95% of the time. So, yeah, this St. Anthony had a weird attachment spirit that instead of finding things, took things. And so I got rid of his ass. I took him down to the river and I fucking threw his ass in the river. And when I threw his ass in the river, I walked back to my car and I found $50 laying in front of my door. Like, the $50 I lost weeks ago at the thrift store came back to me. So that was the first fucked up thing that happened with St. Anthony. So then I was like, I still had to have him, right? So I'm like, all right, let me just get, Walmart, they sell the St. Anthony 7-day novenas, right? So I'm like, let me just get like a prayer card and like a novena candle for St. Anthony. I walked up to the checkout with that fucking candle and I set it on the thing and the belt started and it immediately fell over, rolled off the belt and smashed on the floor and exploded glass everywhere. And that was like the second thing that happened with St. Anthony. I'm like, what the? Like, St. Anthony was not having my ass. Like, he did not want to work with me at all. And see, we work with St. Anthony. I think I recommended the book earlier. It's called The Congolese St. Anthony, which is Kempovita. So we actually have a syncretism in my monanza of St. Anthony with Kempovita. So I had to like do a lot of work with Kempovita and appease her in order to be able to do the whole St. Anthony thing. Like, it was like a lot of work that I had to do. But it's just a story to warn y'all that not every saint will work with everybody. I don't know what it was about St. Anthony. I had to do a lot of work to get that situation straightened out because I didn't have a choice. Like, I literally called my padrino up and I'm like, I'm not supposed to be working with St. Anthony. He's like, oh, you're going to have St. Anthony. I'm like, fuck. Like, I had to fucking have him. I had to do this work. So it's not easy. Just because they're a saint doesn't mean they're going to work with you. I'm just saying. Be warned. Get a lawyer for disability. You will save yourself a lot of time. Bullseye. Right on target. I dream a lot about African people. I don't think I am, but many in my dreams. You haven't done your DNA yet, though, have you? Tukawaka gonna eat McNuggets? Oh, are you talking about her quail and little baby chicks? I was like, where did that come from? She got all these little baby chicks hatching in her brooder. They're so cute. You know, a lot of African traditions that many African Americans here I know. Maybe that's why you give those vibes. It's because I'm initiated in a couple of them. Like, I'm a priest. You know, in one of them at least. I'm initiated in, a couple other ones. So yeah, I know a lot about them. I've done my research. I've done my homework. Yeah, that's what I do. Last night I had dreams about a Haitian man wanting to give me jewelry from his store. That's pretty fucking cool. You got them crazy dreams, girl. That's pretty cool. I would have took that shit. Shit. Yo, I got so many Haitians in my court, for real. Kimberly came in really late. We have to rewatch the live after I upload it. Yeah, so when we moved into this house, I had to re-raise my boveda and set it back up again. I was like, let me get a fucking court reading because I haven't had one in like over 2 years. And as I've said before, your spiritual court changes. It's not a permanent thing. Like places shift, spirits come and go. It's not like a forever thing. You should get regular court readings, like at least every year to 2 years or something. So since I had to re-raise my boat, I'm like, let me go get a reading with one of my elders and see if anybody shifted or what's going on with my court before I put this up. And sure as hell shit, he come out and he's like, you got so many Haitians now. I was like, what the fuck? He was like, yeah, I don't know. He was like, because I had like one. I had like one Haitian, and that was my papa. I had one Haitian, shitload of Congos, but I had one Haitian. And he was like, well, your Haitian kind of invited his friends and their mom and their sister and their auntie, and, he was like, they all at your house. I had so many come in that I actually had to cook them like a very specific meal as a welcoming to all these Haitians that have come into my court. But yeah, it was pretty crazy. Like, damn, like I got a fuck ton of Haitians now, and I was wondering too because my papa hadn't been very active in like a year or two. Hasn't been very active at all. But as soon as we moved here, like his energy started really ramping up, and he was being a lot more present than he'd been in the last couple of years. And I'm like, what the hell is going on with this? No, because I got all these Haitians coming in here. Like he invited everybody. He's like, this. Yeah, he invited everybody. Like a whole boat of them rolled up. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. I was like, damn, the fuck. Remember the St. Anthony story, I'm telling you. Can't make this shit up, y'all. Marlene Lopez, I have those all the time. Chicken nuggets. Do you work much with St. Peter? I actually don't work with St. Peter. Not one of my saints, not somebody I work with. Nope, I do not. Nope. He's never come to me. I've never been called by him to work with him for anything, shape, or form. So I don't know anything about working with him because I don't work with him. I know in some traditions he's synchronized, like in Voodoo, St. Peter synchronized with Papa Legba because he holds the keys to the gate, all that stuff. But he has different synchronizations depending on what tradition you're in that tradition. Because there's different lineages, and different lineages do things different. Some lineages he's synchronized with like Lazarus. Some traditions it's like St. Peter. So, but no, I've never worked with St. Peter. Make sure you guys like the video. Don't forget. Okay, do we have any more questions? I'm at the end of the chat. How do you get a court reading? So PM me on Facebook or Instagram and I will send you. I don't do them at this point in time. I'm actually just now starting to be trained in how to do ancestral investigations. PM me after the video on Facebook or Instagram and I will get you to one of my elders who is extremely gifted at court readings. All the links are below this video. Click the description box, drop it down. My Facebook link is there, my Instagram link is there, link to the shop is there, and there's also a link for donations. If y'all appreciate the fucking knowledge, feel free to give a donation. Well, good. I'm glad you appreciate it. Hopefully I'll be able to do ancestral investigations in the next fucking decade. It takes a long time to learn this shit, y'all. It took me over 2.5 years till my padrino gave me licencia to actually perform readings for people. And now he's just starting to train me on ancestral investigations. And this is actually a system I've been learning from the beginning, but I haven't learned how to actually do investigations with the system. I'm getting really familiar with the system, but I don't know how to do an investigation with it. So we're working on that right now, but it's going to be a while. I'm getting an ancestral investigation as soon as you are fully Well, I hope so. And it's actually, I'm really honored that he's teaching me that because he doesn't teach everybody how to do that. Like, this is not something you get when you come in Armonazzo. He doesn't teach it. To my knowledge, he's only taught 2 or 3 other people how to do it. Over all the years, all the God kids that have come and gone, anything. He's only taught either 2 or 3 how to actually do the ancestral investigation. So I was like, he want to teach little me how to do it. I'm special. No, I'm highly honored that he's going to be teaching me how to do that. It's really, really cool honor. Have you heard of reading 3 cards with reds and blacks, meaning yes and no? I haven't, but that doesn't mean it's not valid because I don't read cards. I don't read any kind of cards. I don't read tarot cards, oracle cards, playing cards. I don't do any of that kind of reading. I figured you were talking about playing cards. I know people that read playing cards and they're really fucking good at it. And playing cards are a really old hoodoo trick. You can do a lot of. A deck of cards is a deck of spells. I'm telling you right now, you can do a lot of fucking work with a deck of cards. Like, big time. Conjuration, manifestation, and even readings with a plain old deck of bicycle playing cards. I don't do that. So I'm not experienced in it. I don't read any kind of cards. But I know that the people that can do it, it works really well. It works really, really well for them. So, cheers. Go for it. And a book by Professor Porterfield, Charles Porterfield. It's called The Sporting Life. I do believe that book goes into quite much detail on how to read with playing cards. I think he also has another one called A Deck of Spells, and it's all on playing cards. Professor Charles Porterfield is the author. A Deck of Spells and The Sporting Life. Those will tell you pretty much all you need to know about working with regular playing cards and doing this shit. I read tarot, but I can't lately. They don't speak to me anymore. Right? Because you need to be learning the other divination. Derp. They ain't gonna be letting you use that shit. You gotta learn how to use that shit. Focus. You gotta expend your time wisely and focus on what you're supposed to be focusing on. You got something else to learn. You're gonna have a lot to learn in the coming up months because you're gonna get full mall. You're gonna get full mall, and then it's gonna blow wide open, and you're gonna be like, "Damn." Yep. Yeah, I hope you reminded him about that too. By the way, to give you the 4 more with your, you know what. Make sure you tell him you need the 4 more, or he gonna forget about it. I read tarot, but it is speaking to my guide. The cards don't actually matter. Well, there you go. I mean, I do the runes thing too, but I don't do that for clients. Like, I've read runes since I was a little kid. That was like my first divination thing I ever learned was how to read runes. I have read them for friends when I was younger, but I don't read runes for people anymore. I have another divination system for that I'm actually initiated in. Runes, I do them for myself though. Once in a while, my ancestors love runes. So with them, we use the runes and we use the pendulum. They love that shit. Okay, it has been 3 hours and 15 minutes. Is there any more questions? Any more questions? I drank this whole glass of tea, which means I'm going to have to go to the bathroom real soon. Any more questions? The only thing I don't have in this room is a bathroom. You're welcome, honey. Tiny bladder, because I'm a hobbit. I am a hobbit. I'm a little person. I have a tiny bladder. Peace and tranquility candle service, good for a good mom and daughter relationship. It is if there's a lot of quarreling. if there's a lot of fighting in the house or between the two people, it can definitely calm that quarreling and the fighting down to make it more peaceful and tranquil. Will it help mend a relationship? In a way, yes, because once the quarreling stops, maybe talking can start. You know what I mean? Like communication can actually progress if there's not arguing. But I'm not going to say it's going to fix a relationship. You still got to put in the work to do it. But it can help calm down and make the energy more tranquil so there's not fighting and yelling and arguing. Thank you. Sent you a message and a little thank you on the... Oh, thank you, little scrapper. Appreciate it. Any work for addictions? There is actually an old school work for addiction, and this is one I will actually give you all. Get your pens and papers out, because I'm going to tell you how to do something, and I never do this. Take notes. For addiction, there's two ways to do this. If it's a physical addiction, okay, meaning not liquid, meaning not alcohol, okay, if it's not an alcohol addiction, if it's something else, if it's cigarettes, if it's a drug, if it's whatever, as long as it's not alcohol, you're gonna, this is real simple now, write it down. You're gonna take an apple, you're gonna cut it in half. You're going to stick in that apple the target, the person who's addicted, and their addiction, whatever they're addicted to. So let's say they're addicted to cocaine. Okay, so you're going to cut the apple in half. You're going to put that person's name and birthday inside the cut apple. And then you're going to put a little splash of cocaine. Or, I mean, that's the best case scenario. Maybe y'all want to go out and get some drugs, right? Put it on the paper what they are addicted to. If it's cigarettes, if it's coke, if it's methamphetamines or whatever they're addicted to. If you don't want to get the actual drug, write it on the paper. Put the apple back together with the paper in the middle. You're going to tie it up with some string and bury it. When the apple rots, they will not be addicted anymore. You could also do that with alcohol if you're doing the writing on the piece of paper. But for alcohol, you'd actually want to soak the apple in alcohol. So you want to like pour alcohol on it or put it in a bowl of alcohol, preferably the liquor of choice of the person who's addicted. So if they like drinking vodka, you want to get some vodka and put the apple in the vodka and let it soak it up. And then do the same thing. Put the name paper in the middle, put it together, tie it up, and bury it. When the apple rots, so will the addiction. How often should I check in with Tata Rob? I feel like a nooge, and I'm not sure what I should ask or should ask. So, I mean... he's very busy. He's a very, very, very busy guy. So I personally, I don't even try to bug him that much. I mean, until certain things happen, I would not bug him as much as possible. Unless you have like a serious question about something. Like, if you're going out there, there's a list of things you need to bring with you. Make sure you ask him for that list. He might have me send it to you or something. But make sure you ask him for the list. But other than that, I'd try not to bug him that much. Because you ain't supposed to know nothing. So even if you ask questions, he probably ain't going to answer them. Unless it's pertinent, something pertinent that you need to know. Or something you need to bring with you. On the other hand, I do recommend building the relationship as much as possible, but where you're at right now, it's going to be a little difficult. After, it'll be easier, but try to get to know him. He's a busy guy. He's a busy guy, so if he doesn't get back to you right away, or, you know, whatever, don't take it personal or anything like that, because he's very busy. Don't laugh. Yeah, he laughs at all of us. Can you talk about different kinds of inks? So, I mean, this is not something I'm really big on. I know it's used a lot in other traditions, especially like the Goetic and sorcery, kind of circles. And what I do, it's not so much unless it's like something that comes from a berry. And I know you told me you sent me like the mushroom ink, which is going to be really cool. I've never even tried anything like that. The only thing I have used is pokeberries, or the poke plant, poke root, all that. Pokeberries are very good for making an ink out of the berries, and then you can write petitions with the ink. And usually, if I was going to use an ink, that'd be what I'd be using it for. If it's a specific kind of ink for something, I'd be using it to write petitions, draw sigils, or something like that is what I'd be using kinds of inks for. Now back in the day, I used to use stuff like dragon's blood ink, dove's blood ink, bat's blood ink, all that kind of stuff. But a simple Google search will tell you what those are good for, right? But I really don't even use inks that much unless it's something I made myself, right? So I'm not going out and buying dove's blood ink or dragon's blood ink or this crap that they're selling in the metaphysical stores. I've actually made my spirits led me to make something I call a spanta ink, and that shit has come in handy big time. And I made the ink, but I can only use it outside the house, right? Because I don't want to spanta morte. You don't want to get rid of your spirits, right? So it's very adamant that I only use it on the outside of the house, but it's really, really good for protection and keeping mortal and spirits out that I don't want in. So I use this ink that I make myself called a Spanta ink. That's what I call it. And I use it outside on property and whatever where I want to keep dead and mortal and any kind of spirits away. I use that ink. You're welcome, Gypsy. I'm really reserved, so I don't want to pester anyone when it isn't necessary, but I don't want to be so quiet that I am considered to be uninterested. So where you're at right now, quiet is probably better. I'm just saying, quiet's probably better at the level you're at right now. And I know you got a million questions, and I know you're freaking out, and it's fucking scary, you don't know what's going on. I know all this shit, we've all been there and all done it, but it is a necessary part of the process. So even if you ask questions and shit, nobody's gonna answer them. Nobody's gonna tell you nothing. Can I bury the apple on my property? Should it be buried away from the home? You can bury it on your property. Can I bury the apple in my backyard? Absolutely. Yes, the guy I studied herbs with used poke root for like everything. It's good shit, but it's not good for everything. I don't know if I'm using it for everything. It's good for certain things. It's the bomb. That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, you can make inks out of anything. Anything. Um, I'll tell you in private. I'll tell you, I don't want to be giving away all my shit on damn. Actually, well, I will tell. Okay, so you can make inks out of damn near anything. All you gotta do is burn it and mix it with some water. Some other shit to make a fucking ink out of it. Really, so you can take any kind of herbs, root, whatever, burn it to soot, till it's like all sooty and shit, and just mix it with some water, and you got yourself a fucking ink that you can use for all kind of shit. Yeah, we like burning shit over here. yeah, I don't use them that often, but when I need to, I make my own inks for shit. Like my Spanta ink is a shit. I will use that shit outside all the time. It works like a bomb. But I gotta refresh it every so often because the rain will wash it the fuck away. So, you know, after a good rainstorm for a week or so, I gotta go out and fucking refresh everything with the fucking inks. But yeah, they work really good. What else is new, Marlene? When aren't you hungry? Make a pot pie. No, I think I'm gonna go. Because my bladder's getting full. The views are dropping. It's been 3.5 hours. My voice is getting hoarse from talking. So I think we're gonna call it a night. Good night, Tukawaka. I can't wait to get my present. Okay, so as always, visit the shop, primitiverootsconjure.com, for any of the products, services, or anything we talked about in this video. Follow me on Facebook. It was a long stream, I know. Follow me on Facebook at Primitive Roots Appalachian Conjure. Follow me on Instagram at primitive_roots_conjure. All the links are below the video. Drop down the description box. All the links to find me are there. If you need to PM me, there's the links. If you want to donate, there's a link. If you want to go to the shop, there's a link. Also, get my goddaughter's fucking love spell soap. Because it's thebomb.com. mlopez.com. Go get her fucking soaps because they're fucking banging. As always, may all the Eglins and ancestors have all the necessary elevation and light. Thank you, Kimberly. Shop mlopez.com to get your love spell soap and all kinds of other yummy good soaps. Marlene is a soap master. She is the bomb when it comes to soaps. Like, she can do shit with soap I ain't never seen nobody do. She's a soap master. She's a soap master. She's a soap queen. Get her fucking soaps. They're the shit. And they're not that glycerin fucking shit soap. She uses real deal, like cocoa butter, shea butter, you know, beeswax, all that good shit is goat's milk. She uses all that shit in her soap, not that cheap, nasty shit. Her soaps are the bomb. Yeah, Marlene's gonna come down and teach me how to make soap, so she got me one of them wand things that I'm gonna need apparently to make soap. If he ever says I am too quiet, let him know that it is out of respect, not due to any level of not interest. I am wicked quiet, but I'll be that way unless instructed. So do you have a date? Did he give you a date? Is your date set? I'm just curious. Because up until that point, he's probably not going to talk to you very much. He'll talk to you a little bit, you know, kind of get to know how he is and everything. But until your date, and even if you didn't set a date yet, I don't know, did you set a date? Glad that I noticed it even though the notification did. Oh, see? Make the hand motion. Don't make the hand motion without the stick, but oh! You're so crazy. My God. How did I get stuck with such a crazy fucking godchild? It's never dull, though. It's never dull. Okay, y'all. Thank you for joining me. I hope I answered all your questions. Take care of your damn ancestors. And like, subscribe, and share. I will see you all next week.